Arteta. You made everything better, but it sure took a lot of time. It sure did. But now you can say that Arsenal team is mine.
It's all mine, baby.
Mikel Arteta, you made everything better. But are you gonna have it in you to beat your wildest enemy? You know the one at Man City. It's the one you can't avoid, and no one does it better than you. Can you do it any better, Mikel Arteta? Can you do it any better? Can you do it any better? Mikel Arteta, you made them better. Mikel Arteta, you made them oh, baby, how did you do it? Well, it sure took a long time. You had to get rid of some people you didn't like. That's the first thing you got to do to make a business work. 1. Establish a great email signature. It says, "Hi, I'm Mikel Arteta." That's the first thing you gotta do. 2. You gotta establish where all the players should eat. You gotta make the players eat together. If they don't eat together, how do they learn to love each other? It's the only way. It's the only way. It's the only way! Okay, so what we know is that Mikel Arteta put his players in the room all together and he said, "Boys, you got to get some lunch down and you'll suddenly know how to find their way to goal, Town."
Welcome back to the show. It's me, your host, Diabetes Babs. I'm back for another one. Bada bing, bada boom, boom. It's the OG show on Monday. I hope you enjoy it. Ooh, what's that? The buffet bell. Mummy's rang the buffet bell. I've got to go. Time for Vavi. Bye-bye. Enjoy the show.
Big up everyone, man. How are you all doing? We've made it to Monday. My co-host Babs let you all know, and I'm going to say it again. Big up to every single one of you, man. We made it. We've got a lot to talk about. There's a 6-point swing now. Mikel Arteta, is he making us better? Probably not. But we're 6 points ahead. We've had a good weekend. Man City fluffed up yet again and dropped 2 massive points in the title race. We'll get into that. But we've got an extra guest as well with us today. We got big up to the Jezza. Big up to Jezza. Thank you very much for giving your time. And to the right, as always, we've got D to the J to the B. We got a bit of Shane and we got a bit of Normski. Boys, from the top right, how we doing? D?
Yeah, all good, mate, all good.
Minus Arsenal. Minus Arsenal. How was your weekend? Minus Arsenal.
Yeah, it was good. It was busy. It was busy weekend going on. But yeah, no, it was all good. Freezing cold. But yeah, look, we got the result at Bournemouth. Again, wasn't pretty in parts, and Bournemouth played their part, but we got the 3 points, which was good. Declan Rice steps up, and yeah, the rest is history. But yeah, good weekend, and what can I say? Great to be back on. Happy New Year to every single one. Start of a new year, new OGs, yeah. And yeah, we return. Big up to everyone,
man. Birthday, you old fucker.
Yeah, it's birthday today. Yeah.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday to DJB. Come on, man. Come on. Big up to DJB.
Looks we got 75, doesn't
he? Easy now. And he's wearing some merch as well. I just sort of
I've got some Christmas merch. It is available in all good stores. It's the Arsenal huddle.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah. So it was bought as a Christmas present. I had no idea it was Santa was going to bring it to me, but he did. And yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to negotiate on the retro. It might have to go down on the retro show as one of the good ones.
DJB,
I was going to say.
I should have done this.
That's the one. I'll tell
Available
you
in
what,
all
though.
Selfridge stores and near you.
Let me
Do you know
just
what I mean?
say, because Shane's advertising his merch as well. Let me just say that it
What's
won't cost
going
you
on
si-
here?
It won't cost you 80 quid. It won't cost you 70 quid. It won't cost you 50 quid. All it'll cost you is sub to these legends that are with me, sub to the huddle, sub to Aaron, sub. That's all it'll cost you, people. It's just a nice.
Mine are 80 quid.
yeah. Ooh, €80, isn't it?
No,
Any
pounds
euro.
sterling.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Shane's is
Yeah, you robbing
Shipping
Irish
cost on
bastard.
The Sismo,
But
man. The Sismo.
talking about that, how are you, Shane, my man? Aside from Arsenal, come on, how was your weekend? Man? How's your-
All good, all good. I'm on. Actually, this was just literally behind me, and I put it on because I realised when the camera came on that my T-shirt looked like an England jersey, so I had to cover it up for all my Irish G's in the chat, man. They stoned me. They thought that's what I was wearing, you know what I mean? But no, all good, man. All good. Yeah, it's happy 40th to DJB as well, man. You know what I mean? It's the young at heart.
Blushing.
No,
Okay, his face is almost as red as that jumper now, isn't he? Eh? Come on.
listen, man, he looks good for his age. Come on,
He
only
does.
as young as the woman you feel, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, all good, all good. It's freezing up here as well in the Irish mountains. Dropping the kids to school this morning. I stupidly took the back roads and. Thank God I had the Land Rover, man. A tailspin a couple of times on the icy roads. I had to straighten it back up again. But yeah, all good. Apart from Arteta being our manager, everything's all good, man.
Yeah, no, buzzing, man. We got Normski as well.
Was you slip sliding like Marino in midfield today, going up the back road?
Oh man, I was all over the place. I nearly did an Odegaard full spin, man. I had to tap
But one of them.
Yeah, just like that.
Little shuffle either side, isn't it?
I did a lot of them, man. I did a few of them. I did a few twerks, all right. But
a few of them just while you was a pending crash. A few little.
Well, if I had hair, I would.
Yeah.
Well, you had Mick Arteta up there, directing the traffic.
He was like that on the side of the road, man. I was trying to hit him. That was the problem.
Yeah, and we're devastated he weren't in Ireland today.
Your hate is real.
Shane's agenda is real.
I'll take the jail time.
Agenda is real.
Oh man, I'll leave the dash cam man and all. I don't care.
Yeah. That's it. Your intro tomorrow morning, isn't it? In the full Irish.
While I'm getting the cuffs put on. It was worth it.
Oh no, big up, man. And Normski as well, man. Outside of Arsenal, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, no, all good, man. I tell you, it's freezing down here as well. Absolutely freezing, but. Yeah, man. But listen, it's all good. Arsenal, 6 points clear. Everybody's getting giddy. We just need to calm down, press the brakes, and let's just see how everything pans out. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. It's good that we're there. Look, City, they might have bottled it, but listen, we're bottlers. We're known for true bottlers. So let's see what happens. 6 points. I'm not going to believe. I did send a voice note to Shane. Believe. No. He went, hold it. Stop it, Norm. Stop it.
Believe. No, not yet.
I'm not believing it. No, I'm not believing it.
Good that you're all good, though, Norm.
Big up to everybody. Big up to everybody.
Yeah, no. Big up, man. And of course, big up to Jezza. Have you been, bud? How was your weekend outside of ye old Arsenal?
Not so bad, mate.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's proper cold outside, but I tell you what, I don't let my house get cold. This time of year with the snow on the ground, mate, I've got the heating on 24/7. And
lovely.
Right now, I'm proper cooking, actually. I might have to turn it down in a minute.
He's in the polo and pants, isn't he? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Just chilling there. Do you know what I mean?
Send some more, mate.
Airing him out.
But you know what I mean? That's why you have central heating in my house.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here with jumpers on. And the wife likes, go turn the heating down. No, well, you can jog on. It is what it is. But yeah, good to be here. Happy birthday to DJB, man.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Big up, friend.
Now, of course, man. And
must be getting your pension tomorrow, surely.
Not yet, mate. I'll tell you what. If Arsenal don't win, the Premiership, mate, they would have put about 10 years on me. They've already had. I had nice long hair before.
Lovely long locks, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What's happened, isn't it? What's gone on? That's what he does to you, isn't it, Mikel Arteta? Well, listen as well. big up to everyone in the chat that's here as well. They're the most important people, man. Big up to everything. Who we got in here? I think as well. Big up to El Capitan Lee. He raided over. I believe you was with him, Jez. So double appreciate that. Thank you very much. Big up to everyone that's in the chat. There's already a good few people in here, so I'm just going to cut straight to the chase, people. Everyone in the chat, everyone on the panel, if you've read the title of the show, that's exactly where we're going to start. Listen, I'll set it up for us. Manchester City dropped points, which adds our gap to 6 points over the Sharks. It's all looking pretty good. However, from this point, we've seen Mikel Arteta fail on numerous different occasions, whether it be challenging for the Premier League, whether it be challenging for that top four, and he even sort of slipped up in other sort of areas of the league. What I'm saying is where we are right now, and it's not just the Premier League. This is in all competitions as well. Maybe not so much the Champions League, but definitely domestically. I will ask this question to DJB straight off the bat, mate. A proper manager, a proper manager wins the Premier League title from here, doesn't he?
100%. A proper manager wins the Premier League title from here. With all the funding they've had, with all the players that we've got at his disposal, and with the quality players we've got. As I said, I was saying it yesterday, there's no excuses now. This is literally down to the manager now. We've got the players desires there. The players know what task is ahead. They know what they've got to do. They know what they're challenging for. So it doesn't take much to get the players up for a game now. That's done. That's set in stone. It's what the manager does from now on in. Does he rotate properly? Does he look after players that are carrying injuries? He's got to make sure that he's rotating in certain games. He's got to manage the game time right. He's got to make sure that he makes the right substitutions. His in-game management's got to be spot on. This is literally now down to the football manager. If you're 6 points clear with the squad we've got, Man City, okay, have been playing okay, but it ain't the Man City of old. We know that. But they're still dangerous. They're still on our, they've not gone away. They've not gone away. Let's get that right now. They've not gone away. They're still hanging around. It's what we do. It's in our hands. It is completely in our hands now. I've looked at the fixtures and I'm sort of thinking we shouldn't really be dropping many points at home now. With the fixtures we've got, I think we can beat Liverpool. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I think we can beat them. I think we can beat a Man United team that's in a bit of disarray. And with the fixtures we've got now at home, I can't see us dropping many points at home because the Emirates has been a little bit of a fortress this season. It hasn't been pretty.
Yeah.
The football hasn't been brilliant, but it has been a fortress. So if you look at who we're playing at home, we should get maximum points. We've got some tricky away games, and I'll throw Leeds in with that. But we should be getting something at most of our away games. So everything is there now. The fixtures are good. The team's there. Everything's in place. This guy's had £1 billion. He's had a process. He's had phases. Managers have been sacked left, right and centre at big clubs all around Europe. Yet this manager has survived. How he survived, I don't know, but he survived. So if he doesn't win the Premier League, and we said this on Lee's show, me and Jez, everyone was saying just win a trophy, we'll give him another year. No, if he doesn't win the Premiership, he goes. Because if you was to tell me that a Carabao Cup keeps this guy in a job, if he doesn't win it this year, and I said this on Lee's, if he doesn't win it this year, he's never going to win it.
Yeah,
he's never going to win it. So what's the point of keeping him at the football club just because he's won a Carabao Cup? Because he ain't ever going to win the Premiership. So it's this. It's make or bust time this season. But we all know what this manager does under pressure. And it's slippery and icy out there, and it's like Arteta settings out there at the moment. This is what he's on. There's always something in his locker that that you can't get too confident yet. So everyone on this panel and in the chat, most of the people in the chat will keep their feet on the ground. Yeah, we'll take it game by game. That's what we do. We don't start saying quadruples and all this nonsense. We just take it game by game and just see how we pan out. But for me, if this guy doesn't win the league from now on in, it's in our hands. If he fails now, I don't ever want to see him at the football club next season. I just don't want him in the football club next season. I don't care what he's done. I don't care whether people say he's brought back the good factors. I don't care. He's, oh yeah, but he might win. What happens if he wins the Carabao Cup? And no, that's not what his goal is. His goal is to win the Premiership. That's it. And he's got everything in place. As I said, there's no excuses now for not taking maximum points at home in our remaining fixtures. We should beat pretty much every team at home. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
And, you know, there is still a long way to go. Man City are not going anywhere. But I'll just end on this. For me, it's never been about the players. I think the players are good enough. You give these set of players to most managers, they'll win something. It is literally now down to Arteta. It's all in his hands. It's all in literally his hands. And it's how he manages the club and his man management and everything. So we'll have to wait and see. Long way to go, though. Long way to go.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's only match day 20. And yeah, sort of keeping with the theme, Shane. Look, man, a proper manager for me, and I'm sure it'd probably be the same for you, does win the Premier League for me. I mean, when you look at past Premier League winners, obviously you've got names that speak for themselves, Shane. Pep Guardiola's, of course, who's still managing. Sir Alex Ferguson's, Arsene Wenger's, Jose Mourinho's, Carlo Ancelotti's won the league. Yeah, you've got Pellegrini's, Mancini's, you've got Conte's, etc., etc. All of these boys, we would be very comfortable if they were managers of Arsenal Football Club. You'd be going, do you know what, boys? I think we'd probably all be going, I don't want to speak for everyone or the chat, but we'd probably be going, yeah, we're going to win it this year with that manager. We've got Mikel Arteta here, and that's probably why we're not going like that. But a proper manager does win it from here, didn't they, Shane? You know, we're set up very well. The teams around us, I can't really see Aston Villa keeping it up. And Manchester City, you know, what they are dangerous. And we will, for this manager, we will be having to look over our shoulder quite often. But we've got Mikel Arteta who hasn't been able to see it through. And that's why I'm still a little bit cautious. But yeah, Shane, a proper manager, they win it from here, don't they, bud?
Yeah, well, we've been here twice before with this manager atop of Christmas, and he's blown it both times. People will say, oh, he didn't have the squad, and City had this and that. What's funny is that I saw a headline today on one of the Top Gunner channels, City are choking, right, because they drew with Sunderland and Chelsea. We drew with Sunderland and Chelsea this month, or the previous month. We drew with both of those teams. We drew with 10-man Chelsea, and we let in 2 against Sunderland. So I don't get the glaze, and I don't get the people thinking it's going to be different. We've been here before. I'm with DJB. I'm not worried about the Liverpool game or the United game so much as the Forest away and the Leeds away. I'm more worried about them than the Liverpool United games. I have a feeling that we could put a good few past Liverpool. We should do. If we took it to them, we'd choke the life out of them. But when I was talking to Rashid today, when I was talking to Rashid today, he was sort of pointing out that they'd be crazy to try and sort of nick a draw or to play deep because their defense is so bad that if they just go punch for punch and try and outscore us, we could be in trouble. We could score a few, but they could score a few as well, because if they start with the likes of Frimpong, which I think they will start with him out the wing, and if Ekitike's fit, I think they rested him for the last game. I know he had a hamstring tweak, and say Gakpo, and they just punt it over the top and do us for pace, we could be in trouble. But I do think we'll beat them, and I think, like I said, we could put a few past them. I still have no confidence in this man. I really don't. It's 6 points. It seems like a lot, but City were 7 points behind, and they closed it down in 2 weeks to 2 points. It can happen very, very quickly. City, they've drawn 2. They took their foot off the pedal against Chelsea. I could feel it coming watching the game, is that they're sitting back too much. They were doing an Arsenal on it. They were sitting back on their lead, and that doesn't suit them. So they made a mistake there. But the thing with Guardiola is he learns from his mistakes. So he won't do that again. He won't sit back like that again. Guardiola leg break. Someone saying they'll just sign Gahey. They'll just move in and sign a centre back.
Oh, really? Is that true? Is it?
Oh, well.
I don't know. Someone saying that in the chat. I don't know. Someone's saying that in the chat.
I'm seeing that. Yeah.
But they'll just sign a defender now. And when people talk about the defence being washed, they've kept the same amount of clean sheets as us. They've let in 4 less. Or 4 more. Sorry, just 4 more. I don't. To me, it's crazy. We have to go into April with a double figure lead for me to be confident. And I mean that. I mean, double figure lead, 10 points or more for me to be confident. 7 points, and they're playing us the Etihad. I think, oh, well, they'll probably beat us, and then we could slip up But I think we need to be well ahead of them for me to be comfortable. I'm not saying that's what we need to win it. I'm saying for me personally to be comfortable. And I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to bend to top gooners with their fucking hold that and their, you know, yeah. You know, we're here now and you said this and you said that. Get the fuck out of my face, man. This guy has let us down every single year and he continues to let us down every single year. I think it's crazy that they're so on it. I really do. I mean, what do they have to go on? Where did they get it from? Where's this going from? Feelings, and it's different this time. I can feel it. It's different this time. Not to me, it's not. Not to me, it's not. I don't live my life that way. I live my life by, well, so and so. One of this mates that I have, he's let me down all the time. Whenever I've asked him, I give us a hand move, and he's the one that doesn't show up. There's another lad that always shows up. So when I invite the two of them or ask the two of them for a hand, I know which one is going to turn up. I'm not surprised when the other lad doesn't. So this guy's let us down numerous times, and let's just really lay it out, man. You know what I mean? People can talk about Rice getting 2 goals against Bournemouth. He shouldn't have been playing. I don't care what people say, but he got through the game. He was in pain. You could see it in his face. His leg was swollen the day before. Why is he playing? Oh, but he scored.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I would rather lose that game than him break down 2 weeks from now for 2 months. You know what I mean? And that's what this manager and these fans never take into account. And it's why we never get over the line, because it's always the most recent dopamine, the most recent good thing. You just concentrate on that. Oh, Gabriel's back now. Are you telling me he's going to see through January? 11 or another 9 games or whatever, and he's going to play every one of them. Maybe he will, but I don't see him seeing out to see. He'll break down at some point. I mean,
it's in the cards. It's invincible though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about Gabriel as well. Gabriel, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go down for another month or another 2 weeks or another. Oh, but we got through it. I just don't see where the chest comes from. And you know what? And I'll finish on this, and I stand by it. I'm at DJB. Unless he wins the big one, just get out. I don't ever want to see him at the club again. And if he does win it, you're on a 12-month fucking you're on a 12-month contract for me, mate. And if you don't do well the next season, you're gone.
Shane, what would you do? Would you do this? Sack this manager tonight!
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. No, but listen, he will be. I don't understand when people say, "Oh, well, that's crazy. He has to get such and such an amount of time." Why slot under pressure? He just won the league, and he didn't have 7 years before that of nothing. You know what I mean? So two trophies in 7 years. You're still on fraud watch for me, but I still have absolutely no faith that this manager will get over the line. And unless City just completely fall apart, and I mean completely fall apart, lose 3-4 out of their next 5 games, I will always think that this guy will throw it away. Until it's mathematically impossible, I'll always believe he's going to throw it away, and that's just how I feel. Yeah,
I'm not too dissimilar to your thinking. We're speaking the same language. We're not far apart. I sort of think, considering how many games will be left, I think 4 by the time we play Man City. If we're 7 points clear, which would give us a 2-game buffer of losses,
5 games
maybe I'd feel. Oh, is it 5? Is it okay? I thought there was 4. So I do apologise if I've got that wrong.
I think there's 6 last. Maybe it's changed.
Maybe I don't. Yeah. I mean, maybe then I can actually see if it is 6, and I can see where you're coming from with the 10. To be fair, I'll get that a little bit more. I thought it was 4. I've got it wrong. But either way,
10 points in April though. 10 points in April.
Oh, in April. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, so we've gone from different points and all that. Okay. Yeah. Fair dues. Well, I sort of think if we can get to that Man City game, I know it's another conversation. If we can get there 7 points ahead, I'll be a little bit more confident then. But yeah, I mean, in terms of some of the things you're saying, Shane, as well, yeah, with Gabrielle breaking down, I don't know whether you was listening back to it. I said to her, I think Jez was there when we were talking about Rashid. With Rashid, sorry, I'll start talking English in a minute, making sense. I sort of had Nkapie playing in the Gabrielle position for the lineup against Bournemouth with Lewis Skelly to the left-hand side, purely just to give the man a little bit of rest. If you can't sort of be able to rotate your squad then, I mean, when can you? You've got the Liverpool game coming up, which I agree with you. You know, we should actually win, I believe, quite comfortably. Now, comfortably could mean a 2-0, comfortably could be a 3-0, whatever it looks like. I think we should comfortably dispatch of them. But if you can't rotate your squad with Nkapie playing there and just give Gabriel a breather. You know, the geezer, like we always say, he got that grade 3, came back 90 minutes of pre-season and then 90 minutes every other game pretty much until he got injured. It's sort of madness. So I actually agree with you, bud, in that point you made. Yeah, I think he will probably break down at some stage again in the season. And it's a little bit of a shame because 7 minutes where you could have rotated him yesterday and just give him the whole 90 minutes off. Keep him on the bench, maybe, you know, because we haven't got much defenders on the bench. I mean, we have Ben White, I suppose, but yeah, he doesn't see it that way, does he, Mikel Arteta? And again, he doesn't learn from his mistakes, and that could ultimately be our downfall. And that's why I don't think we have a proper manager, and which is why after 20 games in Normski, I still don't believe we will win the Premier League. What do you think, Bud?
Well, we can only go by history. And that's why we have this PTSD about the whole thing. I mean, people have a go at us for saying that, oh, we're so negative and whatever, but you can only go by past events. And, you know, we've been at this stage where we was 8 points clear and we bottled the league. So 6 points, as I said, at one point we were 7 points clear of Man City, and, you know, it went down to 2 points. Okay, they've drawn 2 games, you know, and as Shane rightly said, the same 2 teams that they drew against, we drew against them, one being Chelsea with 10 men. You know, those are the times when you need to be putting away your chances and winning those games, because you're going to look back at those games and think, why don't we take our chances? In terms of this gentleman behind me, Declan Rice, you know what I mean? A lot of these guys, the top gooners, look at him as a machine. You know, they think he's a Terminator. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a human being at the end of the day. And to be honest, I mean, on Shane, I think he called it a number of times that it's guaranteed that this guy is going to start. He didn't start in the game previous, but he was going to start in this game. The guy's got a swollen knee. You know what I mean? He's probably taking injections or some sort of steroids to drain out the fluids or whatever to get him to play this game. Yes, he had a great game, but any proper manager, if you've spent the kind of money that Arteta has, if you've been backed, the most backed manager, yeah, in Arsenal's managerial history, then surely this guy should be rotating aside. You know what I mean? But he's risking. He's played it. We don't know what the reoccurrence is going to be. But he could have broken down, and then, as you say, we can lose him for 2-3 months, and he's the glue for this team. He's by far, you know, our best player. You know, Trossard is there, he's doing his thing, whatever. But Declan Rice, he's the main guy. You lose him, and that's why. Listen, in that Aston Villa game, when I didn't see him on the side, I was like, "Whoa, this could be a long night." Fair play to the team, the guys. They came out second half, done the business. In that Bournemouth game, the first half very slow, very predictable, you know, typical whatever, and you make that mistake by playing the ball out, and then Gabriel had his bozo moment. Couldn't believe what I was watching. to be fair, yeah,
it was a gift, wasn't it? It was a Christmas gift. That was a belated Christmas gift.
Yeah, and to be fair, he redeemed himself. You know, he gets the equalizer, and we start to push on from there. But it's just, we call us what you want, bottom gooners or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like we just speak facts. We don't get giddy. You know, it's a good win, so great with 6 points. But let's just press the brakes and just take it game by game. That's all we're saying. It's just because we say that we're classed as negative bottom gooners, I just don't get it. And then the guys that, you know, are watching online or doing watch-alongs, they're saying, hold that and that, this and whatever. How many times, we've done watch-alongs and we just said, hold that, you bottom goon, I'm top gooners. Yeah. Why would we be doing that? Why is there a war? Why is there a war? At the end of the day, we want exactly what you want. We want to win this. It's not our Arteta FC, it's Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, and we want what's best for the club. And fair play, I think that the guy is not the manager to take us over the line. It's as simple as that. He's not the manager to get us over the line. If he doesn't, he proves us all wrong. We're all winners, because at the end of the day, he's lifting a trophy, and that's what we want. That's what we've been asked for, the standards. If he doesn't get us over the line, then I'm expecting the hierarchy to act. I'm expecting him to act, because Berta's bought all these players. You can't be spending 1.3 billion just to go and win a Carabao Cup. But what will happen is context will come into it, and they say, well, he won a Carabao Cup. Maybe need to just give him a little bit more money for next season. Then hopefully this is the time he gets over the line. No. This is the year you go and win me the Premier League or the Champions League. Whatever it is, you go and win me the big ears or the Premier League trophy. Yeah? Right? You've got the players there. The players are good enough. They're good enough. But a good manager will know how to rotate this side. You have to rotate the side. You can't keep flogging the same players week in, week out. Yeah, you got Havertz coming back from injury. He comes back on the bench. Who's the scapegoat? Ethan Smith-Rowe. Yeah. On the words of DJB, he's the scapegoat. Yeah, you haven't seen him for 5 months, and he comes back next game, just gone. He's not even on the bench. Ethan's not even in the side. I feel sorry for Ethan. Ethan, pick up the phone to your agent and say, I need a loan thing, because at the end of the day, and then I was reading today, it just kind of come up on my timeline, and they were asking the question about Eze and why he's not getting the game time. He was like very confused as to say, like, you know, and he started, you know, he got him in his stats and started saying, well, he's played 22 games out of whatever. I'm like,
I've seen him up on Twitter already.
Come on, stop
the
this.
The narrative is ridiculous, and
exactly.
Just all the games that he has played, kind of not what we're saying.
And listen, he's probably punishing for that the Aston Villa game when he played him as a left wing back or whatever it was, and he's punished him, and since then he's not set foot on that pitch. The thing is at the end of the day, play the guy in the right position. Listen, I get it. As a team, you're all meant to defend and whatever, but you have defenders that defend. You buy defenders like Gabriel and Nkepe, Saliba, Timber. They are defenders. That's their first fault. They have to do is defend. And I get you have to defend from the front and blah blah blah. Then you got your defensive midfielder in Zubimendi, who is back to goal. A little bit suspect for me, you know, without any pressure on him going forward, fantastic, whatever he does, whatever. But when he's back to goal and he's going back to his own goal, the man gets pressed. So you there taking Eze, Crystal Palace. That's where we said the Eze of Crystal Palace. We ain't gonna see him anymore, right? Because he's gonna field him out on the left. Because if he does get out on the left, because not Zubimendi, Trossard is playing there and he's doing quite well for him. He's not going to get back in the middle because Odegaard, his son, is there. He's not going to pull him from there. And now that he's done 2 assists in 2 games in a row and scored a goal, I can't see how this guy is going to get back in the side. Eze must be sitting there thinking, what have I got to do? What have I got to do? Yes, he's got to come in and do his bit and work a bit harder, because that's the only way you're going to dislodge this guy. But it's going to be very difficult. Yeah. Because once you're the son of Arteta, it's very difficult, to get the guy out the side. Havertz, when he comes back, well, we don't know the story with Glock. He's probably going to end.
It's going to be a copy and paste with Eze, isn't it? Once he's got his fit, 100%.
Yeah. So look. At the end of the day, for me, going into that Man City game, 7 to 10 points, we have to be to have that cushion. But as we go into the business end of the season, we need to be double figures, because we've seen it, and I just don't trust this guy. And the excuses will come and blah blah blah. If it's not going to be injuries, it's going to be the referee, or they're going to find something, or it's going to be the famous word context. You have to bring context why we need to keep this manager. 6 years in, 1 FA Cup, and if you want to count the free plates, then you can count the free plates. But as far as I'm concerned, he's won 1 FA Cup with Unai Emery's men, and he spent 1.3 billion, 15.6 million. What's the second highest paid manager in this country? I expect more from him. And that's it. And that's the standards that I hold and I hold him to.
Yeah. Do you know what as well? You mentioned something there, and I'm going to bring Jez in with this. So it's a double question for Jez. We're going to keep, obviously, a proper manager. Jez wins the Premier League from here. I believe that, and I'm sure you do. But as well, a proper manager, it doesn't just win the Premier League this season, does he? With the opportunities that we've got ourselves in, and of all respect to Portsmouth, we've got them in the 3rd round. Maybe we can finally get to the 4th round again, Jez. Which, by the way, Jez, let me know. I don't know if any of you guys know. We will not be wearing that bastard white shirt. We will be wearing a normal red and white shirt at Fratton Park. But Jez, we're also in a Carabao Cup semi-final. Against Chelsea, which I personally believe is probably the easier draw over the 2 legs. You'd probably rather Chelsea over Newcastle in 2 legs than Man City. A proper manager doesn't just win the Premier League title, does he? Does he win numerous trophies this year, Jez? Considering our season at the minute, bud.
Well, yeah, you're quite correct what you said. Let's not get it wrong. Portsmouth away is quite a tricky venue to go to. Yes, they're not in great form, but it's the FA Cup. We know what happens with teams in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
and
quite right.
This game this Thursday night, throw all the form books out the door. This is Liverpool coming to the Emirates. right? Man United, Liverpool, throw all the form books out the door. It doesn't matter. These are two of our biggest enemies in football. And we've been here before with these teams where we are top of the league and they've taken our trousers down, right? So that's not a given. That is not a given. Liverpool right now are not the best, but nor are Man United. But we know what the damage they can do to teams when they have got their tails between their legs. They can come out and bite you severely up the arse. So, yeah, we're 6 points clear. We are, and it's brilliant. It's fantastic. Loving it. We lose to Liverpool, we're 3 points clear. That makes a massive, massive, massive difference. I see people waxing lyrical. Oh, we're 6 points clear. We're in for the quadruple. La, 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 la. Really? When was the last time a team in England won a quadruple?
Yeah.
Never. Ever happened. So what makes you think that this massive, fantastic, world-beater manager is going to do that? Now, as I said with DJB on Lee's show, right? If he wins the League Cup, it's not enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not with 6 years, right? And over £1 billion. It's not enough. Lee said he'd accept it. Lee said that. And I'm not calling Lee out.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's not enough for me. With this manager now, it's got to be Premier League, Champions League, even to the point, Aaron. You know how much I love the FA Cup. You know how much I love it.
I do. It means a lot to you, man.
Even if he won that FA Cup, it's not enough.
No.
Sorry, it's not enough now.
What about both of them, Jezza? Or is that what you just said? Sorry. What about if you've done a Carabao and FA Cup? Is that still not enough for you?
No.
It's not for me personally as well, by the way. It's not for me.
No. Sorry, it's the Premier League or Champions League.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's got
Absolutely.
to be that. Because this guy has put his stall out, right? He was the one, remember, gentlemen, when he came to this club, he said he would win the Champions League within 3 years. Well, we're 6 years down now, and he ain't won it. So that didn't work out, did it?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, much as I want him to win trophies, I want the club to win trophies. Yes. For me, it's got to be the big one. It's got to be the one with the big ears on it. Yeah. The one we've seen many teams in England win. It's got to be that one. Because no, we're not with all the money he's spent, right? And we've been down this road before. Yes, with 6 points clear. Fantastic. I love it. Great game the other day against Bournemouth. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. That was proper toe-to-toe English football. Absolutely loved that game. But it don't stop there because now we've got Liverpool coming to the Emirates and we know they can be a bunch of shit bags, right? Yeah. And if they beat us or we draw, right, don't write off Manchester City. Don't write off Chelsea. Yeah, they're going to go for the new manager bounce, Chelsea and Man United. And we know what happens there. Yeah, we know we've seen it before. But I'm sitting there loving it. I'm loving it right now. With 6 points clear, all going good, fantastic. But this manager now has got to show his proper coolness now and say he can get it over the line. We've been here 7 points clear and lost the fucking league.
Yeah,
right.
Back by a lot of points as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great ad, Shane. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you know what? But Jezza, but Leon in the chat is telling us old timers that we seem to forget that we weren't challenging Man United and Liverpool in the 90s. I thought we won the league in 1991, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought we won 2 cups in 93.
98.
I thought we won in Europe in 95. I thought we won in the double then in 97, 98. These fucking clowns, man. I
93, we won the FA Cup and League Cup and
92
all.
we won the cup double.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, geez, I swear to God, like it's.
Sorry,
The problem is, right, what you got, you got to turn it the other way on its head. What standards do you want for your football club? Do you want Arteta standards or Arsenal history football club standards? Because at the end of the day, any other business...
I'm going to go DJB, then Jez to Shane, yeah?
Any other day, when you spent that amount of money on a football club, what standards do you want? It's true what Jez says and what I say. Is a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup the standards you want after all this time? Or are you still going to go, oh, well, we've got next season. He's won the Carabao Cup and FA Cup this season, so we'll give him another season to see if he wins the Premier League. If he doesn't win the Premier League this season, he's never going to have a bigger opportunity.
DJB, right? You stated it. I'm not quoting what I said. I'm quoting what you said, right? And you're 100% right. Next season, do not expect, right, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea to be as bad as they are this year.
No.
They will strengthen. They have ambitions. They have money. We've got money. We've spent money, right? But do not expect, if he can't win the league this year let's be fair, Man City aren't great. They're stumbling. Liverpool are poor. Man United are rubbish. Chelsea ain't great, right? So if he can't get it over the line this year, DJ, right? What the fucking hell do you think is going to happen next year?
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying is, if he hasn't won it this year, why should a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup be significant? What makes you think he's then going to win it next year? Because
DJB, thank you very much for the 2 trips to Wembley.
Thank you for everything you've done. Brilliant. What you've done, brilliant, whatever, but it's cheerio time. And another thing, we're talking about extending our stadium. There's no more money at this football club. What people have got to realise as well, these owners have spent £1 billion. If he doesn't win the Premiership this year, there's no more money. We've got to sell to bring in players. We've got to sell Martinelli. We've got to sell Trossard. We've got to get rid of Jesus. Everyone wanted him gone at the start of the season. Let's be honest. No one wanted Jesus. Oh, if you can get 30 million for Jesus, Berta's a miracle worker. Martinelli don't want Martinelli. He can't perform for 90 minutes, and he still can't perform for 90 minutes. Trossard's been our best attacking player, the player that stated that he didn't want to be at the club, and they offered him a new contract and more money, and he stayed at the club. Now everyone's waxing lyricals over Trossard, and rightly so. But at the start of the season, they wanted him gone. So there's 3 players they want off the books. No one wanted Madueke at the team. No one wanted Madueke. Couldn't understand the signing. Norgard, never even heard of him. No one wanted him. Now suddenly, all these players now are still going to be at the football club, whether we win the Premiership or not. They've got long contracts. They've got 4 or 5 year contracts on 280, 300 grand a week. Saka's on, right? So you're telling me that if he doesn't win the Premier League, keep him at the club, when you've got players now looking over their shoulder going, it's not what this is all about. This is not what I've signed up for. This is not what I've signed up for. I don't want to go on international duty and see Fodens and all that flashing all his winners' medals everywhere. I want a winners' medal. I've trusted this manager. I've stuck by him through thick and thin. I've gone through hamstrings. I've gone through injuries. I've gone through this. I've gone through that. I've done my bit. When's enough's enough? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If it's not,
do you know what, D?
He's gone.
Can I just add on to that as well? And the point you quite rightly and correctly make about when they meet up on international duty. Do you know what? Especially when there's tournaments, when they're literally straight after, say, Manchester City or Liverpool or whoever has won the league title or won the Champions League or won the FA Cup, they're meeting up with their England teammates a couple of weeks later, 2 or 3 later, to go away to the tournament. What do you think they're talking about? If Phil Foden and et cetera have won the league with Manchester City, what do you think they're going to talk about in that England changing room? They're talking about the Premier League.
Saliba has already stated it's about winning trophies. It's about winning trophies, right? And although the Carabao Cup will be a fantastic achievement and everyone will be happy and everything else, and the FA Cup, like I will, I've been supporting the club for all these years, and FA Cup means the world to me. It's brilliant. It's what I was brought up on as an Arsenal fan. That's your foundation, is the FA Cup. That is it. But at the end of the day, there comes a point when you've got to raise the bar. Because all these other teams now, they're not sacking their manager for fun. Amorim's not gone out of Man United for fun. They're big clubs with a lot of money. They're sacking their managers for a reason, to be successful. Right? They're not going to stand still. Liverpool are going to come again next season. All these players now are going to have a Premier League season under their belt. The Etatikes, the Wirtzes and all of that. They're going to come good next season. Wirtz is starting to play well now. So it's going to be a completely different ball game next year. This is why this year he's got to win it. And deep down, Arteta knows that. He's had the word. The owners have said to him, this is what you got to bring to the football club now. If you can win a trophy, brilliant. But this is the one we want now.
But
so
you know what it is?
He knows deep down. He knows deep down what he's got to do.
But on that DJB, on the Amorim thing and the Maresca thing, when Radcliffe came out 2 months ago and said, "Oh, you know, he's going to get 2 years. Look at Arteta. Look what's happening at Arsenal." All the top gooners jumped on it and said, "Oh yeah, you see, Arteta's changed the game now. Clubs know that you have to give managers time and you have to give them projects and you have to trust the process." Then when they sacked him, like they sacked him yesterday, and Maresca got sacked. Oh, you see, it's not all about trophies. It's not. They will turn anything into a positive to protect this guy. It's a madness. They've turned on Ethan, they've turned on Eze, they've turned on everybody just to protect this guy. And there's like the mutants in the chat, it's all about you better apologize about Arteta, and you better, even if he wins the league this year, we were still right about him because he's won 2 trophies in 7 years with 1.3 billion spent. It's not enough. That's still a failure. If he was to win the league and quit, he would still go down as a very, very average Arsenal manager who won 2 trophies in 7 years with more money spent than any manager, all combined, in our history has had to spend. It's a terrible record. And that's if he wins it. And we're meant to sit here and say that he's great and say, for these guys, I don't even think that they enjoy when we win. Because they're all just in my chat and your chat and Aaron's chat when we win. I don't think they enjoy it. Do they not want to go over to the fellow dopamine heads and give each other reach arounds? I don't know why they're always in our chat, hold that, and you know what I mean? Get a life, like, really, man. Get a life. You know, you're coming in and they've gone over to the dark side. I genuinely think that they've gone. It is a cult now where it's just about Arteta. It's about proving right that Arteta's the man. And as I said, he has to win in the next 3 or 4 years if he stays that long. He has to win numerous trophies to make his reign a good one. Because it's done on time. It's not about what happened. It's not about what just happened. It's always about when we look back on George Graham, or when they want to use him as a yardstick and say he's better than Wenger and stuff like that, they always go, "Oh, what about the second half?" Okay, yeah, right. So Wenger's full reign, it wasn't as successful as it could have been. So when we look back on him, even if he wins a league, 1 league and 1 FA Cup in 7 years with all that money spent is terrible. It's awful, right? And he shouldn't have been here that long. So I ain't apologising to fucking anyone, mate. I've supported this team for near 40 years. I am apologising to anybody. If I win, I'll celebrate. And you know what? I'll still hate his guts. I've never said that I don't hate his guts. I don't like him as a person. I don't like him the way he carries himself. I think he's a scumbag. I think he's playing injured players. We're looking at Livermento now, apparently. So Ben White's fucked. He's done him. He's ruined him. He's looking at a right back. So he's basically admitting that he's destroyed him. So Ben White will be tossed. Ben White will be tossed on the... Timber won't be fine, but he's going to toss him on the scrap heap, and everybody will say, "Oh, well, Ben White was never good enough, and Ben White was shit, and Ben White, this, and just get rid of him." That's what they said about Tommy Asu. Just rip up his contract, get rid of him, just toss him on the scrap heap. You're not going to look at why this happened to him. Jesus will be the same. Havertz will be the same. Havertz has had another setback. That's why all the corporate shills are out there gassing up Gyökeres again. I'd say Zippy's sitting there going, "Really?" When he gets the memo, I have to big him up. I was just slating him last week. I thought Havertz was coming back. Now I have to start bigging him up again. Oh, well, you don't get that second goal against Bournemouth unless Havertz crashes into the defender. You know what I mean? They're all on this nonsense of fucking protecting this guy. But unless we fucking win several trophies over the next few years, this guy's always going to be a bang average to shit manager for me.
Yeah.
The problem is they're changing the narrative on. Sorry, Aaron, but they're changing.
No, you good, mate. No, you're good.
No, they're changing the narrative on Gyökeres now because, like, oh, look what he brings to the team. Well, let's tell you what he should be bringing to the team, right? All last year we was hearing All Arteta needs is a striker. That's all he needs. The chances we create, all he needs is a striker. We just need that missing piece, that missing jigsaw. So we go and get in Gorkres, next best in class other than Haaland for goal scoring, right? We go and get in Gorkres. Gorkres under this manager looks absolutely awful. And I said he'll look bang average. Oh, he'll get 25, 30 goals. I was on Dan's stream. How many goals do you reckon Gorkres will score this season? 25, 30. DJB, how many you? I said he'd be lucky to score 15. Oh, you're being negative. I went, no, I'm being facts. He'd be lucky to score 15 goals. He looks bang average. Now Havertz is struggling for fitness. Suddenly Gorkres is doing a brilliant job off the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, he's working wonders now. He's doing a brilliant job. We never bought him to do a brilliant job off the ball. We bought him to score fucking goals. We bought him to put the ball in the back of the net, the missing piece. That's what we bought him for, not to barge defenders out the way.
We're not playing rugby.
Therefore, but suddenly that's his role now. Arteta's a genius. Really? What's he done to Eze then? Anyone seen Eze? He wishes he was back at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Guy puts him as a wing back against Aston Villa. That's never been his position.
Just quickly, while this is up there, D, while you're sort of talking about this one, I'll ask this just to you, and then I'll I'll move it on to something else. But Unique, big up to Unique, man. He's saying Happy New Year, panel. Happy New Year to you, Unique. Hope you and the family are very good, my friend. Hope you had a great Christmas, etc. And he's basically saying about Eze and Gyökeres as well. And while you've mentioned it, D, I may as well put it to you. And he's basically saying, I'm worried about them too. And I actually double agree with you, Unique. What do you honestly think is going on with their performance or performances for the pair of them?
I think with Gyökeres, the system just doesn't suit him. The manager didn't really want him in the first place. Let's be honest, what striker has the manager has improved since he's been there? No.
He hasn't improved one forward, let alone striker, not even a forward.
Right. So it was never going to work. It was never going to work. Gyökeres, for some reason or another, he's turned up at Arsenal, and it's just for some reason or another, it's not working. It's not working. Whether it's the midfield players around him, whether it's the system, whether it's the manager, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's a mismatch. And it happens. Jez, we've seen it over the years, haven't we? With the Lee Chapmans and the Franny Jeffers, and you can name the strikers that have been at Arsenal over the years. And it's
John Hartson.
You look at these strikers, John Hartson and all this. You look at these strikers, and for some reason or another, it just don't work. I think Gyökeres is in that mould. With Eze,
that's what he said, DJB. We said he's the best in class that's available, but he won't work under the system. The first thing
he won't work under the system. We had to change the system, and he's not changing his system for no one. Which is
not even slightly. Not even tweaking it, is he?
But as I said, if you're not prepared to change your system, I'm all right with that. But go and win the Premiership. If you can't win the Premiership, then you've got to look at the system. And with Eze, this is a player that he just does not know what to do with him. Because this is where the manager, his arse drops out. Because he knows that Eze's best position is in the 10. But he also knows that he's got to get Odegaard there. And he ain't dropping Odegaard. He hasn't got the knowledge to play both of them in the same team. He can't drop Trossard because Trossard's been our best striker. Who'd have thought, because Saka's world class. So I don't know how Trossard's our best striker, but anyway.
He has been by some way as well.
By a mile. Yeah. But Saka's improved loads. Apparently, he's like, look at his assists and his goals this season. People in the chat, go and do the research on Saka's output this season, right? So he don't know what to do with Eze. He hasn't got a clue what to do with Eze. He can't play him on the left because he knows he don't track back. That's not his game. So he's no good out on the left. Can't play him in the 10 because he can't drop Odegaard. So Eze really is kind of a nuisance to him. It's like, what do I do with him? Oh, I know. I'll just play him in the cup games. I'll play him in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup. And then if someone gets injured, I'll put him on again. How can you have a player of that quality that was wanted not just by Arsenal, but by Spurs, Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, teams all around Europe wanted Eze, Bayern Munich? How can you have a player with that calibre, with that CV, and he don't touch grass for 4 games after scoring a hat-trick against Spurs? I just can't make sense of it. I really can't. No minutes at all, Aaron. 3-0 up, cruising. Yeah, don't look like we're getting beaten. But he doesn't bring him on, not for 5 minutes, not for 10 minutes, nothing.
He's punishing
Absolutely
him.
nothing. It's ridiculous.
He's punishing him for not tracking back again.
Just going to say that. Yeah. He's 100% punishing him.
Why isn't he punishing Gabriel for passing the ball to a Bournemouth player? Why isn't he punish Odegaard for dancing around in the Villa match? Same match, by the way, that Eze made a mistake in.
Yeah, we knew Eze's number was up with this manager. What, first game of the season when he was roasting him about something? I can't remember.
Yeah. It was. I think it was a Champions League game,
didn't we? I can't remember what it was, but Arteta steamed into him because he didn't do anything, and he kind of said it in the press conference, and he basically put Eze in his place. So we knew what road he was going down. We knew what road he was going down.
Yeah. Just quickly, we'll bring in Norms next, then Jez, we'll go Shane, then DJB. I just want to say people's channels are here, as you can see. DJB's, Shane Gooner, Normski, and Jez's. Listen, Normski as well, everyone in the chat. We've got 300 in the building, right? Normski TV, right? Come on, the links are pinned as well. It's not just up here. The links are pinned. Go over there. Give everyone a sub. DJB at the DJ Huddle, Shane Gooner, Jez's Arsenal. But make sure you get Normski TV to 1,000. He's so close. And I'll tell you what, it's criminal. Absolutely criminal. It is an injustice. Someone dial 999, please, man. This is ridiculous. Barrister up, lawyer up. Get this geezer to 1K. Come on, chat.
Well, hopefully that 99 call will be to get Arteta out of the club.
After Shane's give him a whack. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that'd be for the ambulance. Yeah, now 100. And if, as well, give me a cheeky like on the video. Give me a cheeky sub. Get that notification bell on as well. And again, make sure you sub to the panel. We've got New Year, New Suge, apparently. I can't believe I'm reading a comment that isn't absolutely insulting of me and Shane. New Year, New Suge. Big up, Adam. Big up to you, mate. Jez, DJB, Sean, and Normski, and of course the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. Big up to you, Suge. And make sure you're subscribing to the amazing panel as well. Wow, that was quite nice, Suge. He turned a new leaf. Thank you very much, Suge. I hope you had a great Christmas and that, obviously, a new year with the family. I hope you have a belt of 2026 and beyond. Big up to you, mate. Big up to JCG as well. He supports all of these guys' channels and many, many, many more, and he has done from day dot. So, Sam, big up to Aaron in the panel. Big up to you, my friend. Ethan and Eze might play against Portsmouth, rather. Sorry, I do apologise, but that is a one-off. Yeah, man. Listen, if they... JCG, if they don't get minutes there, I mean, again, I feel like I say this little phrase all the time. If they don't get minutes there, they never will. Certainly with Ethan, if he cannot touch grass against Portsmouth, then that would be the final straw for me. If he hasn't got his final straw already, I would be onto my agent if I'm not even in the squad or don't get on the pitch and that and going, look, get me out of here for 6 months, please. I'm a celebrity. You know what I mean? But now, big up to you, JCG. We got Sean in the building as well, which I think sort of ties well quite nicely after we were saying about Gyökeres, and it sort of ties me in quite nicely to what I'm going to say as well in a second. We're relying on Gabriel to be our main goal threat yet again, and do you know what as well, Sean? That is quite a worry for me, not just defensively, but up front as well. And that's exactly what you're saying, my friend. He's came back, and all right, he had a little bit of a bozo moment, as people say, but he made up for it. And he's been fantastic. One, since he came back from his injuries, and two, probably for the last 2 years, he's probably been our standout centre-back. Timber's been unbelievable, but he's eclipsed Saliba for me at the minute. And yeah, you can definitely, can't you, bud? You can notice when he's not in the team. And you're saying it's simply not good enough with all the attacking talent. I don't see how we'll get over the line. And exactly, yeah, that's sort of what Unique and us guys were saying as well, with regards to Arteta, not really. And DJB said this, of course, as well. I think we've all said this. He doesn't make the most of his attacking players. That's not just the strikers. That's the wingers as well. Yes, Trossard's having a good season, but he's binned him pretty much for the 18 months before. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that when he first signed him, he binned him almost instantaneously to Russia Gabriel Jesus back that he hasn't bettered either. So, you're absolutely talking facts, Sean, and big up and thank you very much, my friend. And yeah, of course, as well, man, United sacking is not good news for us. I mean, to be fair, I'll tell you what is good news for us. The fact that since Alex Ferguson, they just haven't been able to find a manager with anywhere near the Manchester United DNA, T-Dot. So I do pray that, they don't go out and get a best in class. However, if you're best in class, Manchester United, is it a pretty name in football? Yes, it is. But that team, that squad is anything but pretty. That club is in a right old mess, and I'm loving every minute. And big up to SE as well, my friend. Big up to you. I'll take over. That's it, man. Big up you for our disappointments. Love it, mate. SE, you are an absolute legend. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Now, look, listen, the Bournemouth game, yeah, we'll sort of touch on it, and then we'll go more to the Liverpool game because it's coming up. It was 2 days ago. We've all sort of touched it, but I want to have a little chat about this. We've sort of watched Arsenal, bar the Villa game, by the way, or especially the second half, sort of stumble over the games, and especially as well, we've seen games where we've made it difficult for ourselves. Let's say in the last 8, keep it Premier League, in the last 8 Premier League games. And me and Shane, we was next to each other at the Emirates. He came over and we was watching Brentford. That was 1-0 at large parts of the game, and we scored very late on. We gave away chances and made it difficult for ourselves. There was the Brighton game. We were a nice 2-0 up, and we conceded another goal. And without an absolutely magnificent David Raya save, you get 2 points. You get 1 point. You drop 2 points. And we sort of done it again in Bournemouth. We had that little mistake, gave the goal away, 1-0 down away from home. And okay, we came back sort of straight away, but again, we get into the game. 2-1, Declan Rice, fantastic. Declan Rice, 3-1, fantastic. And we can't help ourselves, but sort of make things difficult for ourselves. And we make it 3-2 by a good strike. I want to add on this strike as well, and I don't know how everyone believes about it. I think it was a good strike, but I don't think it was a fantastic strike. And I'll tell you for why. If you actually see, 1, it didn't go right in the corner. 2, if you saw the camera at the back of David Raya, his feet, before or whilst he was lining up the strike, just nudged ever so slightly over to the left-hand side. So by the time the ball's been struck, David Raya has stepped ever so slightly just to the left, meaning that obviously his planted foot to the right-hand side, the momentum's to his left-hand side, and he can't quite reach it. I think he's anticipated the shot, or maybe just a bit of footwork. I don't know much about the goalkeepers. I'm not saying it was a mistake, but you can see it from that angle. He's just ever so shifted over to the left, and he can't quite get that dive on the right. If he was to have shifted to the right-hand side, a couple of little bits of his foot, he's got all the momentum on the right-hand side, and he probably saves that. It's a good strike. It was a good connection to the ball. I think it was a great one. And I think David Raya, secretly deep down, he's having an unbelievable season. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with that. But it was a goal nonetheless, and we made it difficult for ourselves. Normski, we can't make that a habit. Almost going back to what we started on, and sort of saying about getting over the line. Is the manager able to do it? We can't keep going 2-0 up in games. We can't keep going 3-1 up in games. We can't keep basically giving our comfortability away in games and expecting to consistently get over the line, can we, bud? Is it a bit of a worry for you?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it in a number of games. I think the only real convincing game was the Aston Villa game. And to be fair, in that first half, if Ollie Watkins had his shooting boots on, it could have been a different story. Okay?
Yeah.
Came out second half, as I said, and they were closing down. Odegaard was getting his foot in, which was very surprising. But I want to sort of maybe talk about that second goal that Bournemouth got. But I think it was Junior Krupi, is that his name? Whatever his name is, I think it's that. And I think when the ball was played, you see at that point, that was Odegaard's man, right? And there's the thing about Odegaard that he doesn't like to get his foot in. Now, I don't know if it's because the World Cup is around the corner and he don't want to get himself injured. But in general, you know what I mean? He does this thing where he's almost like a dancing Bob. I don't know what it is. He's just jumping up like a puppet or whatever, looking busy but doing nothing, essentially.
Yeah.
And I think really and truly on that point, he could have at least, because sometimes you're watching it on TV and you're thinking, is he close enough to that player to put in a tackle or put a foot in? He literally went to run and then he just stopped and just watched him.
Yeah.
That was his man. So, at that point there, as the captain, yeah, you can't be letting that. You've got to get your foot in. Captains we've seen gone eras, yeah, they don't muck about. They're going to get their foot in and they're going to make sure that goal doesn't go in. And the thing about it is this problem that we have in games where we need to. What I'm essentially saying is that when we go into games, yeah, because we are often slow starters, it means that the other team, as the game wears on, they're gonna think, oh, fancy me chances here. Do you know what I mean? When we're in a situation where you're 2 goals up and that, don't invite the pressure on, and we do that all the time. It seems to be endemic in us to do that. We have to learn to put sides away. This whole thing of controlling the game, they talk about, Arteta uses it all the time. We was dominant in the game. We was dominant. Well, when I'm watching the game with my eyes, I don't actually see that. The dominance, it comes from them just keeping the ball in their half and just passing it, whatever. If you look at a lot of teams that play with more people, we play that 4-3-3 system where Arteta ain't going to change. But if you look at teams that play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-2-1, yeah, they're going to outnumber us in the midfield. So there always seems to be having that extra man in that midfield winning it. And when you've got the likes of Moreno, Odegaard, and Zubamendi for start, and you look at that, the Real Sociedad midfield, they're not good enough. Moreno's not good enough. He's not good enough. He keeps falling over on the floor. He's better coming off the bench and just playing as an auxiliary striker. Yeah, but as a midfield player, I just don't rate him. I don't rate him. And this whole thing with us just allowing pressure, we allow our pressure to come on. Sunderland game, you could see it coming. Yeah, you could see it coming. The other game was obviously when we played Aston Villa, and we allowed the pressure on, and it was just like Keystone Cops, and they beat us 2-1. Too many times we allow teams to we sit back too often, and then rather than Arteta, going and killing the game off. So if we're like 3-1 up, go and get Eze on. Yeah, take Declan Rice off, or take whoever, take them off, and go and get go and get him on, yeah, and go for the juggler, put the game to bed. Especially when you go on, if you play at the speed that I want to see them play at, rather than this slow lethargic football, put them away. Then you can play your control football, because at this point now, the other team is going to try and come onto you, and that's where you can hit them on the break. But far too often we do this, and when it comes down to the crunch moments, yeah, we know what happens is that when it comes down to the crunch moments, when you're in the business end of the season and you're 2 goals up, and then the mentality of the players and the manager, and that shows, because if he starts to bring on a defender, especially in that game when he brought on I think it was in the Sunderland game, and he took off Mosquera, brought another defender on, you're thinking, go for it. And it's just a story of what we do. We have to go and punish teams. We've got good enough players to do that. We've got good enough attacking players on the bench to do that. But he would rather go and take a defensive-minded player rather than go and get an attacking player to go and finish the game off. It's that's the PTSD that's in him, because he's frightened of going into a game and not losing. Yeah, he'd rather go in and try and scum a win and win it 1-0 or whatever, 2-1, whatever. But he won't go and kill off a game. And it's so often that he does it. So every often that you'll get a game like the Atletico Madrid game, you get a game like the Bayern Munich game, you get a game like the Aston Villa game, but it's not consistent. And that's the worry for me. And when you want to get this team over the line, you cannot be allowing pressure like that on. You have to go for it. You've got to go for the juggler, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Now, facts. Jez, I know you've always been a bit time sensitive, so you do have to shoot, my friend. But before you do shoot, mate, what do you think about the sort of question I just asked about Normski? About basically just giving away comfortable leads constantly. It's not sustainable, is it? And whilst we're happy we got the 3 points, Jez, before you shoot, we can't keep doing it. There's 18 games left. We're not going to get over the line in every single one of them games. We're going to slip up like City have, and like we have as well in the Premier League this year. What do you reckon just before you do shoot? And thank you very much for jumping on as well, my friend.
Yeah, big up.
It's always a pleasure, Aaron. Always a pleasure to come on your show. I think we just have to be careful, not get carried away. I said to you earlier, we've got a tough game on Thursday night. Liverpool are no mugs. They're going to want to spoil the party, right? Yeah, they're the league champions, so they're going to want to be in there in the mix. They're not going to win the league this year, but they're not going to want to see us win it. They're one of our biggest rivals in football history, going back before I even remember football. So let's put it right. We're not there yet. Yeah. Talk to me in May, right? When we're 6 points clear in May, or 3 points, or 1 point. Yeah. Then we'll talk about it. So at the end of the day, let's not get just carried away. Let's enjoy the journey, see where we go, and let's get it over the line. And let's see if this manager can actually deliver. Because at the end of the day, I hope he does. Look, I'm sitting here. I hope he does. I don't hate Arteta. I don't know the man. I've never met the man. I never will meet the man. Right? All I'm thinking about is the club. My football club that I love to death. Right? That I've watched all these years. That's what I want to see. Yeah? And at the end of the day, I just want to see us win silverware.
Yeah.
But my point is this. After all the 6 years and after all the money that's been spent, sorry, the League Cup is not enough. And I said that to Lee earlier. He said he'd accept it. No, I'm sorry, it's not enough for me. Not enough. It's got to be the big two or big one. One of them. If he wins the Prem or Champions League, then I say fucking well done, fella. Well done. If he don't, he has to fuck off. Right? Facts of that. Facts of that. But, you know, it's quite ironic and stupid that you got a little melt in your chat calling me out. I'll meet you in Islington. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
fella.
really? Oh, I haven't seen that. I do apologise.
Yeah, fucking big up, mate. Big up, Sahal. Yeah, you're not even from London. How about fuck off? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to know the people that I know. Seriously, you'd have a seriously bad day out. But on that note, Aaron, you're a legend. DJ, happy birthday, my friend. Shano, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
Absolute, well, what can we say about Norsky? Yeah.
To say enforcer. That's all.
I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you.
Oh, no, listen. I ain't messing with you, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we'll send Normski to Islington instead, Jez. That's it. Meet the old good old Sahal and we'll send the enforcer there.
Jez, you're doing your show tomorrow?
I don't think that'll be a good day out.
Where can the people find you, Jez? What show you got coming up, bud?
Yes, Jess's Arsenal, man. Tomorrow night, Aaron, it's been way too long, man, since you've been in my show. Way too long, my friend. I'm doing a show tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, the back in the new year, as we are now in the new year. The old school show. And Norsky, Aaron, you're always welcome to join if you wish. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then I'm on with Shano Wednesday night, as always. And yeah, big up, boys. And thanks, Aaron, for inviting me on, my friend.
No, all good. I'll let you know tomorrow. I've got a bloody electrical course in Crawley tomorrow. It says it finishes at 5. What's that?
You're up the road from me. Fucking hell.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, yeah.
Go and do the stream at his house, mate. Go and do it at his house.
Yeah, knocking on the door. Hello, I can make it, Jez. I got my laptop. Got me mic.
Apparently, Jez knocks up a brilliant lunch.
Yeah. He knocks up a great lunch as well.
Yeah. A bit of fillet steak, Jez.
Oh, he does a brilliant bit of steak.
Used to that.
Just don't go into his wine cellar, though, mate. You'll have your hands chopped off.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, I do like them. I do like expensive wine, Jez, as well. You know what I mean? But do you know what? You're safe there, Jez, because every year, especially the last couple of years, I do dry January. Hence the cup of coffee I'm throwing all over myself. I thought it was empty. But yeah, decaf as well. So you know, I'm being a double good boy. So don't worry, your wine's safe, but the steak freezer isn't, Jez.
Anybody goes near my wine cellar, mate, they get their hands cut off.
Oh, honestly.
Where? Nobody does that. Big up, boys. Thanks.
Jez,
Take care, bro.
Take care, boys.
Yeah, take it easy, bud.
Take care, mate.
Take care, boys. Take care.
Excellent, man. Pleasure for having the Godfather on. Cool, my laptop. Well, I've spilt a little bit of coffee over the map pad and it's going all crazy.
Oh, dear.
Oh, he's gone, is he? What's going on here?
Jez has gone yet. No, you're all still there, Aaron. You're fine.
Oh,
You're
am
still
I?
there?
Yeah, I ain't got a
yeah,
blood.
yeah,
I ain't got a blood. What's going on with my laptop? Yeah, where I've spilt everything. It's doing a
don't do
madness.
that.
But
Don't do that,
please
mate.
go and subscribe to Jez is Arsenal. Make sure you go over there and send the geezer some love. Right, just bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. I think I'm back. Yeah, I got so excited about 5 days with no alcohol. I just decided to just throw coffee all over the place. So karma. What do you think I'm going to be like if Arsenal win the league, boys? Do you know what I mean? Well, I'll probably be self-harming, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy. I'll be playing some horrible love breaking up songs.
Oh, we'll all be
crying.
gutted, won't we?
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be absolutely gutted.
Wait,
1,700
20, 22 years.
1,700 quid on a
just to feel like
season
shit.
ticket. It's been following them for 50 years. I'll be mortified if we win the league. I'll be
Going
absolutely
over and sleeping in
on the
fucking
league.
airports and all that sort of shit, man. Yeah, just to
Yeah.
see them
Oh,
lose,
I'll
man.
tell you,
You know
I'll
what
have
I
to
mean?
leave the country.
You'll notice me in the stadium if we was to win it at home. You know what I mean? I'll be the only one still sat on his seat crying.
Yeah.
No.
Be like the Maracana after Uruguay won the World Cup.
I mean, I'll go,
people hanging in the stadium. Man.
I'll go every game just to see them lose. I'll sit in the freezing cold. I'll go 2 hours on a train just every game. I might even be going to the FA Cup on the weekend at Portsmouth.
Ooh, lovely.
I mean, just to see them lose. Do you know what I mean?
That's a long way to travel to watch it to hope your team loses.
Team
man,
lose,
you know?
Yeah, I don't know why I do it, man. I don't know why I do it. I mean, I've got people in the chat.
Sucker for
saying,
pain, ain't you, D?
Yeah. I don't know why I do it.
It's the same people that call us
I don't know why I'm
miserable
not supporting Spurs.
wait by their keyboard for when Arsenal win to jump in our chats and start going at us when they could be in chats with people that agree with them. Madness.
I don't get that, man.
I don't know why I'm not supporting Spurs. You know that team that won a European Cup last year?
Yeah.
Why not watching them? Oh, has Arteta won a European Cup in the 6 years he's been there and all that money?
No, he choked it twice. He choked that Europa League twice, the easy tin pot cup that's easy to win.
Yeah. God, never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Just quickly, we got a bit of comment from Nutbuster. I don't mind taking this. You got for the Eagle and the Niners game. We are probably going to be right, but come on, man. Come on, we're 49ers over here, geezer. What we saying? But listen, getting back to football, we've got obviously a big game on Thursday. A game we've sort of slightly-ish touched on, but not sort of properly. I don't know if the rumours are true, and that's sort of all it is at the minute. Maybe Ekitike may be missing. Maybe he was just being rested. I don't know much on it, which is sort of why I want to ask the question. There'll be some absolute geezers in the chat that let us know Ekitike is missing. If he is, and should he not play, that's a big advantage for me. But Liverpool, they've not been great. Do you know what? And I want to say this before I bring DJB in. We are bloody due giving Liverpool a good hiding, over the last, and I know the hidings have slowed down over the last 3-ish years or whatever, but we have watched too often enough us play Liverpool. A lot of the time some of the time being at home, but definitely away as well. Them just absolutely taking the piss out of us. We've got an opportunity, and look, Jez is right in saying as well, by the way, I do want to make sure I say this. Jez is right, they could quite easily just turn up on the day. Everything clicks for them. They get an early goal. We're not able to break them down. We know football's like that. Liverpool still have got good quality in their side. And I don't think I'm disrespecting them by saying what I'm going to say next. But we're overdue a really, really good victory against Liverpool. That doesn't have to be a 5-0 or a 5-1 like times gone by the other way round. When Sterling, Suarez and Sturridge have ripped us up, and Firmino, Salah and Mane have ripped us up. And Jota, and then eventually RIP, of course, terrorizes us. It's almost a conveyor belt of terror, isn't it? But the tables have turned a little bit sort of this season, not only just of where we are, but how Liverpool, of course, are churning their performances out, and it's not been too great for them. They've got a few players injured, and a few new signings haven't quite hit the heights that they'd have hoped to by now. Obviously, I'm sort of aiming at maybe more at Florian Wirtz, who I do think will come good. The Kirkes hasn't been fantastic. Isak didn't find his feet very quickly and then got injured. Ekitike really is one of their only shining lights. I don't think Gravenberch and what's his name, McAllister next to him have hit the heights that they have done before. Van Dijk, well, he's not a poor defender, but he's lost a little bit of his stardust, I believe. That happens with getting with getting a little bit older. It is what it is. But they're there, are they, DJB? A Liverpool there on Thursday for us to go there at home, and we've been very good, as you mentioned earlier in the stream. Very, very, very good at home. We've got an excellent record. Should we and can you see us going in with a real convincing victory? And I don't mean a comfortable 2-0 or a cheeky 3-1. I mean a 3-goal plus margin. What are you sort of predicting for Thursday? And by the way, I will meet up with you before if you're free
I'll be there
for a beer and a. Oh no, I can't have a beer and a hug. Yeah, a Pepsi and a hug.
You have a hug, mate. You always have a hug.
I'll have one of them. Yeah.
It's me and Craig there on against.
Oh, lovely.
I'll split the question up really, Aaron, because
yeah,
Arsenal, Liverpool, as Jez rightly says, the form goes out the window. You got to remember we've got the champions coming to the Emirates, and whenever the champions show up at the Emirates, especially Liverpool, they're going to want to put on a show, and they've still got players that can hurt you, and they've still got good players. Let's be honest, they've not been firing on all cylinders, but the fact of the matter is they're still chasing top 4 and a respectable place in the Premiership. They probably look at it and go, well, we ain't got a chance. We're not going to win the league, but we're going to. What we can do from January onwards is start putting in performances. We can start that at the Emirates. We can start our season now at the Emirates. They go and win at the Emirates, spurs them on in the FA Cup, and then they could turn their season. They could get something from their season. And they've still got players that can hurt you. Now, we've said it before, Aaron. I've not seen an Arsenal team play for 90 minutes for a long, long time. When you're playing against teams like Liverpool, you've got to put 90 minutes in. You can't just turn up in 20-minute spells, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, because they'll still hurt you. I want to see the Arsenal at the Emirates of the second half how we played against Aston Villa. That's the Arsenal I want to see. The trouble is, there's too many moments in games at the Emirates, because let's be honest, it has been a fortress at the Emirates, but it hasn't been pretty. It's not been brilliant. Let's be honest.
Most of the time, no, you're right.
We've got the points, but it ain't been brilliant. There's been moments at the Emirates where it's got, oh, that was great. Oh, fantastic play. But it hasn't been consistently brilliant at the Emirates. Our attacking third is still not firing for me. Gabriel is scoring goals, a defender. We've got defenders that are free to roam everywhere, but you've got players in attacking third that are still regimental in their position where they've got to play. Saka, to me, has not really hit the heights that he should be hitting. So in the attacking third, we're still kind of it's not flowing. And against Liverpool, no matter how bad they are, you've got to have that. You can't rely on moments in games because Liverpool will punish you. So it is going to be hard. I do think we'll win. Is it going to be convincing? I don't think so. I think it'd be quite high scoring. Actually, I think I can see I think we'll win sort of 2-1. But it could easily be a 2-2. I think it's going to be open. Liverpool are going to want to attack. I think we'll attack. I think it'll be an open game. But yeah, I think we'll have enough 2-1. But we've got to play all round. We can't sneak this one. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then it depends on the fitness, what substitutions he makes. There's so many things that could go wrong on Thursday. So many things. I don't think we will. I think we'll win. I predicted that we'd win against Bournemouth. I said 3-1. It was 3. And I'll predict that we'll win against Liverpool. But it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah. No. Facts, man. Yeah, sort of. What you sort of feeling, Shane? I mean, you probably agree that we are due pacing them or giving them a good, a good hiding. But do you think that's going to be happening on Thursday night, bro?
Well, I have a feeling in my tummy, guys, that we might smack them. But the feeling
Oh,
my
have
dummy
you?
guys.
You're so
yeah,
you're so negative, right?
Yeah.
This is Shane's last appearance on the Edge. It's too negative. Too negative.
No, I have a feeling we
Been a
can smash
pleasure.
them. I really do.
Stop
Have you got
it.
flip
Stop
flops
it.
on, Shane, or is it a bit
Has
cold?
that European night like Atletico, where I think we could have a 20-minute spell and just absolutely obliterate them. I don't think we'll do a 90-minute performance. I think we could have a 20-minute spell where we just smash the life out of them.
Agreed.
But having said that, after doing a show with Rashid, and it's very easy to forget that Liverpool have a lot of good players. It's very easy to forget that they have a lot of pace up front. It's very easy to forget that our defenders are all in the red for me. That I keep, I'm just waiting for these balls over the top that just open us up. I mean, if you look at the Villa game, the first half, how many times did they charge through our midfield with nobody near them? You know what I mean? So I look and I think, it's going to be one of them. I have this feeling that there'll be no in between. We'll either smash them or it'll be a disastrous result like a draw or a loss. I don't think we'll win 1-0 or 2-1. I think if we win, we'll smash them. If we don't, it'll be a disaster. You could see a 3-3 or something, though, as well. You could really see it just going off the rails like that.
3-2.
You know what I mean?
I like this, what Kieran's saying.
3-2. A lot of people are saying 3-2. I just see Liverpool. I think they'd be silly to try and nullify us because they don't have the players to do it. I'd be more worried about a Wolves coming to the Emirates and locking up than Liverpool coming and locking up. You know what I mean? Because they just don't have the players to do it. I think if they try to sort of nullify us, they won't. I think they should look at it and go, well, if Ekatike is back, I know he had a hamstring twinge, I think it was, so he didn't risk him. It just seems weird to us. We just assume that if a player misses a game, he needs an operation because that's the only time our players get dropped. You know what I mean? But other managers actually, if they don't want to risk a player, they don't risk them. So I think Ekatike might be there, and I do think they'll start with Frimpong out the wing to add a bit of fucking cover, tracking back, and for his pace on the counter attack. But if they look at their attackers, they've scored more goals from open play than us, Liverpool have in the league. So, and I think they're on a good unbeaten run as well, to be fair.
9.
Yeah, 9.
A few draws in there, but unbeaten run nonetheless.
2 draws recently. Yeah. But, so have we.
Yep.
But
see,
I do think that they might look at it and go, well, our attack's better. Let's just go punch for punch and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like let's just try and score. We'll open up. We'll let Arsenal, because if they're playing a high line and they're going for us and we're drawn into playing a high line and going for them, and they play a ball over the top to Ekatike and we play one over to Gyökeres, I'm betting on Ekatike to score. You know what I mean? So I do worry that if they do go that way, and Slot doesn't really know any other way. So although I have that feeling in my dummy gaze, I think that's my. And look, I've got a lot of Liverpool fans in my chat. They know it's football related. It's nothing to do with Liverpool. But because of where I grew up, Liverpool are the team I hate the most. So I do want to give them a good pasting, you know what I mean? Just for my mates, so I can message them and have a bit of that and hold that and all that sort of shit.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Of course it is.
But
listen, this is one of those games where I will be. You'll ask me tomorrow and I go, oh, I have a feeling Liverpool win. You'll ask me the next day and I go, no, we're going to smash them. It depends on my mood. But this is it. Like, no matter who we've played this season, I haven't gone into one game thinking, I'm going to take it easy tonight because we're just going to walk it. There's always a feeling that there's something we could do to mess this up. The Wolves, we always make a meal of things, you know what I mean? And if we make a meal of it against these guys and we're only one ahead and we start sitting back, they could hurt us in injury time. And if we draw and City have already won, we're already just letting it slip back, and then suddenly the game at the Etihad. So I've gone a bit around the houses here, but I have the feeling we'll smash them. My gut's saying that we'll smash them, but my head is saying they're on a 9-game unbeaten run and they're the champions. So, yeah.
Listen, I think both can exist, really, can't they? You know, if you were sort of talking about a very, very poor Liverpool side,
with
go on.
Spot on. I think that Arteta will set up not to lose. That's my fear. Is that he'll make the game too much about, oh, guys, we had to give them a guard of honor, guys, and he'd be in the dressing room and he'd be getting them all wound up when he should just be saying, we're 14 points clear of them. Just go out there and do your job.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Go out there and do your job. You know what I mean? But he will make it too emotional. Sorry to go watch it, but if
no, it's a fantastic.
And then I'm worried about. Of course, as always, I'm worried about injuries. I'm worried about Rice. I'm worried about Gabriel. I'm worried about But
Shane,
that's the life of an Arsenal fan.
That's kind of why, and again, that's kind of why I wanted to see Declan Rice out. You don't, or you shouldn't. It evidently turned out we did, but you shouldn't need a Declan Rice v Bournemouth. That's no real huge disrespect to him, but you should be able to put in Cappy again in there for Gabriel. Then all of a sudden, exactly right, mate. And then all of a sudden, and before I bring Normski in, I make this point. All of a sudden, then you're going at home with Liverpool. You've got a fresh Gabriel, maybe not a totally fresh Gabriel, but you hear my point. A fresher Gabriel than one that's had to play 90 minutes. Copy and paste Declan Rice. There was scope to be able to do that for the Bournemouth game and sort of save legs and keep the energy sort of up for these intense games. Because like we've said, and a lot of people in the chat, some are writing the 2-2s, 3-2s, DJB saying it could be high scoring. You never know. It could be basketball end to end. You want fresh fit. Fresh apparently is the combination for that. You want fresh legs. you want some fresh legs for that game, didn't you? That could be a real high octane encounter. And you want the freshest legs possible. There we go. See, take two. Got it right. We learn from our mistakes. Not like Mikel Arteta. Sack this manager tonight. Yeah, I know. I was just a little bit too away from the soundboard to be able to click that one in. So I won't delay it. We'll keep it organic. And
do you have an actual soundboard, do you?
No, it's the
option on
I just didn't know what to call it. It just made it easier to come out rather than that little tab on the right hand side that you have to click and scroll down to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sounds kind of bastard-esque. I wouldn't be able to work out extra fucking technology stuff, man. I can barely do this still. But yeah, it's a real big important game in it, Normski. I think someone wrote in there season defining in the chat. I wouldn't say it's season defining. But I tell you what it does go on. If you get a nice convincing win, or even a win anyway, but a nice convincing win over Liverpool, you all of a sudden go to the Nottingham Forest game. And I know this is obvious what I'm going to say, but you go to the Nottingham Forest game, which even though they're 17th, they're fighting for their lives. You could get Nottingham Forest on the day where the crowds are right up for it and they're just having one of them games. The goalie's having a belter, should we ever actually put him under any pressure. All of a sudden, then you're a bit more confident going into there. Then you've got other games. There's 4 games left till January, and Shane sort of touched on this.
Nottingham Forest did give Man City a game, so let's not take them for granted. I was just casting back my mind to I went to I think it was a Friday night game when Liverpool were wearing I think it was like a sort of orange. Was it kind of orangey? The away kit was. I think it was all orange. That was all orange kit. And I remember, I think I was in the clocking, if I remember right, and I was right behind the goal when Peter checked. When I think it was Robert Firmino scored the equaliser, and I was like, me and my son. I remember video record because at that point we thought Ozil had won us the game. It was 3-2. And you're thinking, come on.
I know what game you're on about now. Yeah.
It was when it ended up being 3-3. But I mean, listen, I think
didn't Giroud get the first goal? I'm sure. No. In that game, or am I thinking of a different one? But
what was it? I think it was Sanchez.
Was it? Okay, yeah. Now maybe I'm thinking of a different
Sanchez
one.
got the first. I think Giroud did score in that game. I'm just trying to remember back.
The 4-1.
It's the 3-3. Yeah, the 3-3.
Okay. Giroud scored in the 4-1 now. He got the 4 goal.
Was that the one where we were 2-0 down at half time or something like that? And then we come out. Yeah.
Because Philip Coutinho. The one because I remember watching it because I think Maitland-Niles was playing at left back and he was up against Salah. And I was thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a long night. You know what I mean? And funny enough, it was my. What was that? Was that my I'm trying to remember if it was my 40th. 2017, it would have probably been my 50th birthday. Yeah, it was my 50th birthday. I'll give you the age away.
Sorry, Norms, that was 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was Friday. It was a Friday night. It was a Friday night kickoff.
Granit Xhaka scored in that as well, didn't he?
Yeah. He scored behind the goal.
Didn't
and Minalay. I don't know what Minalay.
Yeah, I remember it now.
And then I think it was Ozil's. You're thinking, well, he scored that little death.
Yeah. I remember it.
Guys, and I think what happened, Firmino hit the ball, and I thought, I was right behind the goal, and I thought check to save it, and it just, I was like, oh my God, I proper lost it. But I think this game, look, we need to lay down a marker. They haven't got their strongest side. I mean, if Ekatike is out, that must give us half a chance, but you can't take them for granted because they say they have got pace in their side, Frimpong and all of that. So they have got pace in their side. But
yeah,
we need to lay down a marker. That's what I want to see us go at the Emirates, at home at the Emirates, coming off the back of, 2 wins back to back and now, Liverpool coming to town. So let's lay down a marker, because obviously the next game after that, I think is it Nottingham Forest away? Is it Nottingham Forest away?
Yeah, it is Nottingham Forest away.
Nottingham Forest away.
Yeah.
So
right, then it's Manchester United at home. And then who do we finish up with? Leeds away. That completes the Premier League month anyway.
Yeah. So I think, obviously, depending on who he starts, whether he's going to start Jesus or he's going to give Victor Gokres another chance, even though he's kind of slating him and sort of saying that this guy needs to essentially fix up. I think he was talking about it in the Bournemouth game there. He needs to essentially, fix up, because you're going to get this outside noise, and you're going to be here for the next 5 years. So make sure, you get to grips with it. But then Arteta, you need to help him get to grips with it and play to his strengths. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So Victor Gokres up against Konate and Van Dijk could be interesting. I just think that Victor, he just needs to be stronger, because after time he's backing into he doesn't ever jump. He doesn't. Do you know what I mean? I just need more from him in that sense. You know what I mean? So does Jesus? Would I start Jesus? It's a hard thing. I think maybe I think in that game, I mean, the 2017 game, we went with a 4-2-3-1. I think
would have been definitely would have been a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, we went with a 4-2-3 because I think he had Wilshere and Granit Xhaka as the 10 and Granit Xhaka as like the 8, or whatever you want to call it. So going into that game, where we just got to go there and just do the business. We've got to go there, do the business, lay down a marker, and move on to the next game, because I believe Man City played before us. So if they got Brighton at home, that's
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
For the next 3 games of the 4 remaining this month, they played before us. Yeah.
So
so Shane sort of touched on it, and I wanted to get it out there. Yeah.
So the pressure now is swapped back. Yeah. So if they go and slap Brighton at home, it narrows down the gap, to three points, and then it's how we respond as a team, and hopefully we can beat them. They're not the best, as you say Van Dijk. They're not having their best season, and their midfield. I mean, Florian Wirtz, Gravenberch, he's not been at his best. I mean, in general, Liverpool haven't been at their best. But if you're not switched on, they can hurt you. They've got pacey players up front that can hurt you. So
all it takes is that one counter, doesn't it? That one quick counter attack where everything works, the passes are right. You know that. I don't think. Well,
it depends on our midfield, but we obviously with Declan Rice in there, and he's going to obviously play him. But I don't think they would run through our midfield like say an Aston Villa would.
Not with Rice in there. Not with Rice in there. Yeah.
But you'd like to
think, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I personally think Timber will handle. Whoever's playing on the left-hand side, and that. So we'll see what it's on. But I think I'm not going to give the predictions. I'm sure you're going to do that towards the end. So I'm going for an Arsenal win, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Do you know what as well? We've seen people, some content creators, some people in the panelists, some people's in the chat. They've been getting carried away since pretty much September. For me, watching Man City, and I don't want this to be that much of a talking point. I just wanted to sort of get it out there. For me, the Man City, the last 2 results are a gentle reminder for us Arsenal fans, because sometimes you need to put the shoe on the other foot, and I do it quite a lot. Yes, it's been fantastic, and there's a lot of people been carried away. They drew Sunderland, they drew at Chelsea. That can very, very quickly and very, very easily be Arsenal Football Club in the next 2 games, by the way. Because drawing to Liverpool and then having a real stinker off game against Nottingham Forest isn't a million light years away from a realistic universe, Yeah. So it is just, and that's what we do on this show. Shane does it, you do it, yours. DJB does it. A lot of our similar content creators to the way of our mindset. A lot of people in the chat don't get carried away. That's why we don't, because we know that in a click of our fingers, just like Manchester City, we've turned 2 points ahead into 6 points ahead, just like we turned 7 points ahead into 2 points ahead. It can change that quickly. You get the feel a lot better the later on in the season goes. Let's not forget, we haven't even completed week 1 of January yet. Yeah. We are only 1 game over halfway. There's plenty of games to be played, but absolutely winning against Liverpool. I mean, would be fantastic anyway. Getting that game sort of out the way, you know, beating one of your rivals, maybe not Premier League rivals this season, but getting a nice big win against a big team would be quite a good recipe, I reckon, going forward in the month. And to be fair, you know, keeping that winning run going, that's what it's all about. You know, a draw, I don't think would be devastating. But I just sort of think, you know, along with the 3 points, making it 6 wins in a row, getting that momentum going, having more belief, guys, going into that Nottingham Forest game. You get a win there. All of a sudden, you know, you've built that winning run. Maybe not title winning run just yet, but I challenged it, if you remember, at the start of, might have been December. Where is the title winning run coming from? Where is it? If we put a nice another little 4 wins together and complete January, tick, 100%. We don't know still 100% if it's going to be a title winning run, but we might look back come May when we're all, or if we are all celebrating and going, do you know what? We put a 10-game winning run from December to February. That's where we done it. We got them points right ahead. Who sort of knows? Do you know what I mean? It's we'll wait and see, wouldn't we, DJB? You know, no one's getting ahead of ourselves over here, are we? You know,
no, you can't, because look, at the end of the day, look, take away the Arteta thing and that. Let's just look at it from a football point of view, and I do this quite a lot. Let's just look football, because we're all football fans at the end of the day. We know as well as everyone knows that whilst you're ahead and whilst you're 6 points clear, it can take something really, really small to upset the apple cart. And that could be a draw against Liverpool at home. You come off of there with an injury to a key player, and then you're going into a Forest game that are desperate for points, especially if they go and beat a poor West Ham team. Then they beat us. That 6 points can make a lot of difference to Nottingham Forest in their survival. Right? That's how you got to look at it. So you got to look at it from the other team's mentality. And I've said this before. Liverpool can kickstart their season by winning the Emirates and finishing the season on a high and turning a poor defence of their title into something half decent. And Wirtz has been one of their best players in recent times. So, you know, and he's a quality player. So if City beat Brighton, it's game on again. We go into that game only 3 points clear. If we slip up, we then go away to Forest, only 3 points clear. Now, suddenly, everything's looking different again. And that is how close it is. So you've just got to be, you just got to, as I said, keep your feet on the ground. What really winds me up is when we're 6 points clear and everyone's saying about league title.
We're gonna walk the league easy.
We're
and
going
all
to
that.
walk the league, quadruples, this, that, and the other. Even Arteta don't want to hear that. Your football manager that you gas up week in, week out, don't want to hear this. He wants to keep it level-headed. He wants to keep his feet on the ground. The players want to take it game by game. So why should we be criticised because we're not getting ahead of ourselves? Your own football manager's not going to get ahead of himself. The point of the thing, and I know it's an old cliche what the professionals use, but it is small margins. The only trouble is when Pep has a little, you're up against a manager that's been there, done it. He's not panicking. If you look at him in the press interviews and they're asking him about, oh, you're 6 points behind Arsenal, he's sort of like, so what? He's kind of like, what sort of question's that? Now, you flip that against a manager that hasn't won the Premiership, that hasn't got over the line. You start talking to him, and you know if he slips up, or he has a bad, or Arteta has, or we have a bad result, whatever. He starts getting all a little bit, you know, and he starts getting a bit anxious. There's a big difference. We're still up against a very, very elite manager. Arteta knows that. He ain't stupid. Arteta knows he's up against an elite manager. So the pressure can be on from one game to the next. Just keep it real, guys. Just keep it real. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the journey. Let's just keep it real, because it can easily spin on its head. And I've seen it over the years. I see us back, you know, when we was like 12 points clear of Man United and they went on to win the league. You know, I've seen it. I've seen all this. And it can happen. It can happen. And what you got to remember, we're still relying on set pieces. I know we have scored goals in open play, Declan Rice the weekend, but we're still heavily reliant on midfield players scoring goals, and we're still heavily reliant on defenders scoring goals. Because we've got a number 9 that ain't scoring goals.
Yeah, our front three ain't clicking, apart from
Exactly,
Trossard.
yeah. We've got a Saka that's not scoring goals. We've got Odegaard that ain't really popping up with loads and loads of goals. So, and we've got Eze on the bench that can score goals. Yeah. You've got a player in Eze that can score goals, but he's still sticking to the same what he knows. And this is what worries me, Aaron. And I'll leave on this before Shane comes in.
Yeah.
He will still revert back to what he knows. And that's his plan A. Havertz is coming back. Jesus is already more or less in the team straight away. It wouldn't surprise me if he don't start him against Liverpool. He's already got Martinelli for Trossard and vice versa. He's not willing to play, Madueke on the left, Saka on the left, Madueke on the right. So
change it up a bit. Just try something different.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. Let's just keep it cool and keep it level-headed.
Yeah. Big up to Matty just before we bring Shane in. But actually, let me just quickly read this out from Suge. But big up to Suge.
Big up, Suge.
Like a fine bottle of wine, Suge is saying. That gets better with age. DJB is elite levels. What a charmer. Happy birthday, DJB is saying to you. Yeah, of course, for anyone in the chat, it is big our legend DJB's birthday. So happy birthday to him. Of course. Gulp. Adam, I'm in 3 weeks of being nice. But be prepared.
You're having a dry January. Suji's having a nice January.
Oh, I'm gonna probably be having a cry February by the sound of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Suji's locking and loading. Dear oh dear. What go easy on me, Suge. Big up to you, Suge. Come on, man. And yeah, I actually agree with you as well here, Joseph Connor Gold. I actually think a lot of the subs that came on looked absolutely they didn't really oval them, but you're right, Jesus didn't. Remember sitting there just thinking, has he even fucking touched the ball? Trossard came on and he spent most of the time falling over on the floor or trying silly turns in his fucking nearest penalty box.
Still a mess.
It was just a bit of a mess, wasn't it, against Bournemouth? And I actually agree with you massively there, Joseph Connor Gold. And when we had subs going, all right, Saka, to be fair to him, came on and helped with a moment, a little burst and a good drag back to Declan. Other than that, it was Salah and all. We see Saka cutting in and blazing it over the bar again, where we're used to seeing them either test the keeper minimum or bending in the top corner, of course. Now they're all flying into row Z plus. But now big up to you, Joseph. But Matty, big up to Matty, the Southern Gooner. We're sort of talking about these, and he sent me this over just quickly while he's listening to the car, listening in his car rather. Big up to Matty. And he sort of said about the 7 biggest Premier League title collapses to rival Arsenal in 2003. Bearing in mind as well, you kind of got to add 2004, but obviously is as big of a stage as that 2002-23. That was a sort of big and all. And look, it's us. We can't blame Mikel Arteta for this one, unfortunately. But yeah, do you remember the old 07-08 5 points clear? God,
was that when he sat? Yeah, that, I was going to say I was talking about that the other day. I was talking about that.
That was the Eduardo tackle.
Oh no!
That was the doo-doo tackle, wasn't it? When he got done in the first couple of minutes.
I remember that's our captain sitting in the middle of the park, man. That's ridiculous.
Gallas Gate, isn't it? Yeah, Gallas Gate. That was to be fair, I don't think I ever really believed we were going to win the league that year, but we were looking good up until it. It's just obviously.
I thought we were going to. That was people blame Gallas for that. That was Almunia. If we had had a good keeper, we win the league that year.
Oh, Almunia was English Almunia. You know what? He was trying to get the England team, wasn't he?
Honestly, we had a good keeper. We win the league.
He's cut from the same cloth as Arteta.
He had a game against. I think it was Birmingham as well. I think it was
it was Birmingham. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was Birmingham, but then it was Birmingham again at 1-1. He let the ball squirm through his hands to make it 1-1 in injury time. It was fucking horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
He was a bastard of a keeper, wasn't he?
We had a good team then, man. We had a choice of Van Persie, Adebayor, Eduardo up front. We had a good fucking team that year. Man.
Oh, 100%.
Kleb was playing
Fabregas,
well. Fabregas, Nasri, Flamini was fantastic, brilliant in the six.
Yeah. Well, Zicki as well. I don't know if you just said him, but yeah.
We had Riziki, we had Clichy and Sanya as our fullbacks. We had a good team then, man. A really good team.
Yeah.
And it was just a keeper. We tried to sign Shay Given that summer to the point where Keegan came out and said it was a done deal. And then it fell through for some bizarre. I've never found out why. If we had assigned Shay Given and it was only for like 2.5 million or something, we would have won.
Yeah.
Shane, do you know what? My best mates, right? Like their brothers, Luke and Lee, right? I said religiously to him, and I'm not saying it just because you've mentioned his name. I wanted Shay Given for years. When Lehman went, he was like, get Shay Given. I always wanted him. Granted, he was excellent at Newcastle, and I think he did love the club. But if Arsenal were going to come in, he was coming to Arsenal.
Yeah,
I wanted him for years.
I don't know why it fell through. I remember Keegan saying, yeah, it's pretty much done, and then it just disappeared. It disappeared, and I'd love to know what happened because if we had assigned him, I'm certain we would have won the league that year.
Yeah, I'm with you, Shane. I mean, I know Gallus took a lot of stick, but I'm sorry.
Walcott was breaking into the team then as well, and yeah.
Eddie Boyle was well underrated, I think.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Yeah, I liked
me. He frustrated me, though. He frustrated me. I remember against Milan.
Me, but
we drew with Milan at home in the Champions League, and he missed a header from about 2 yards, and he fell to his knees when he was laughing. And I thought, what are you laughing at? Maybe it was a nervous laugh. I don't know. But I thought, what are you laughing at? But then we did go and beat them in the away leg when Fabregas scored. But yeah, no, I thought we had a keeper that year, we win the league. Certain of it.
I can actually hear that.
Kleb was fairly assembled. Yeah, Kleb was there.
He was unbelievable, wasn't he?
Kleb signed the last Highbury year. Actually, he was there the last Highbury
year. Yeah, because he had that burgundy kit, didn't he? Yeah. He was unbelievable. I loved Kleb. I was devastated when he left. I knew we'd let go a real talented player. He done a big interview, didn't he, Alexander Kleb? And he basically said it's like the worst decision of his career.
Anelka said it as well. Anelka said it's the worst decision he ever made.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about the Nicholas Anelka, even whilst that was devastating, would you have had an Henri join as well?
Well, no, Wenger wasn't told him.
Oh, did I never knew that as a
Wenger said one of his biggest regrets was
not getting both of them. Yeah,
that was his plan. Was to have the two of them with Bergkamp. His plan was to have the two of them with Bergkamp behind him.
I did. Oh wow!
He wanted to switch to the French 4-3-1-2 with Vieira, Petit, probably Parler, and then Bergkamp, and then the two lads up front.
Fucking Anelka.
Oh my God, listen, bro.
France had the two of them for Euro 2000. Euro 2000, they had the two of them.
But this is
devastating.
I don't think. Sorry, DJ, but just quickly, I don't think we'd have bottled this 02-03 by 8 points. No. I can guarantee you that if you had a Thierry Henry and a Nicholas Anelka behind DB.
But Aaron, look at the players we're reeling off of our tongues, right? These are the standards we had at Arsenal. And we're only going back to this season when we had the Klebs and all of that. You can even go back beyond. And yet, because we want the same standards at the football club and saying, if he doesn't win it, he's got to go. That's the levels we're at.
The thing is, though, DJ, fair enough if we're talking about Henri's and Bergkamps and stuff, but Klebs and stuff they're not at that level, but they're very, very good. But if we had Kleb and Riziki and the like, they'd be on the bench under this guy.
Yes, I'm saying. He'd kill it.
They would be on the bench.
100%. Good point.
You know what I mean? Maybe not the Henris and the Anelkas, but the Klebs and the Rizikis and the ones that got us off the seat, they'd all be on the bench.
Henri would just grip him up.
Henri would fucking pin him up
against the wall. Can you imagine?
You had a team of fighters in here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
he could have managed them.
But just before DJ B comes in, because I only heard this today, which I never, it blew my mind when I heard it. For France, it's completely off topic now. It was just as Henri's we mentioned and I heard it today. He only ever had 2 goals assisted by Zidane his whole time at France. The best forward in the world at the time and the best number 10, and Zidane only ever assisted him twice. And one was from a free kick against Brazil that time, and he just whipped it in the World Cup, and Henri got the back post. That's madness to me. That's why he loved Bergkamp more. Henri always said he preferred playing with Bergkamp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is quite mad. It's really when you think about it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But sometimes things just happen. It's obviously probably weren't anything with them. Do you know what I mean?
They didn't like each other. They didn't like each other.
Oh, right. Oh, well, yeah. Again, yeah.
But that wasn't why he didn't pass him. I think with Henri, it was.
Yeah.
Henri, when he made a run, Zidane would do an extra step over or something like that. It just wasn't in sync. Where Bergkamp would play him in straight away. You know what I mean? Like he did with Anelka and like he did with Bergkamp. Says that the best two strikers he ever played with was Anelka and Henry. They just made it so easy for him. He just said, whenever I looked up or whenever I got the ball, I knew they were gone.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Just quickly, we'll talk about one more thing quickly. But I did want to say, congratulations, man, to our brother Views, man. He's managed to bag himself a job,
Chelsea job,
of course.
Chelsea job.
Chelsea. I just wanted to say, man, big up the Views. I'm not going to lie, I do hope that it goes absolutely miserably for you at Chelsea, my friend, in the nicest possible way.
I knew there was big stuff. Yeah, there was big stuff for him.
Oh, mate.
But listen, Views,
I can't.
What we do know is he can't. Come on, man. Views will not be taking charge of the Fulham game. However, he will be manager against Arsenal in the first round of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Boys, before we leave, is Views gonna bite his team in the backside and cause a major upset? Or is Views gonna lift his first trophy and do it quicker than Mikel Arteta did?
Maybe.
What we saying, Shane? No, mate.
I can't. Maybe he can't. I just when I saw Russell there today, I just said, "Man, that's the fucking image of him, man. That is the just stick a chin strap on and a cap, and there you go."
just anyone. Oh dear. What do you reckon now? In all seriousness, a nice snappy quick answer before we wrap up. Are we going to get to a bloody final? Are we going to go to Wembley, for crying out loud? Shane, talk to me. Am I going to be going to Wembley this year? DJB, is DJB going to Wembley this year? Are we going to Wembley this year?
Well, where I stand on this with this guy in semi-finals. There's kryptonite. They are as kryptonite.
Yeah.
But for me, if we won that League Cup, that would give me twice as much belief that we'd win the league. But if we bottle it, like if we get to the final and then lose the City, that could be devastating on a run in. But if we beat them, you beat City at March 22nd, I think, 22nd. I could end up having the best 4 days of my life because it's March 22nd is the cup final, and then 4 days later it's Ireland playing in the World Cup qualifier. So look, with this guy in semi-finals, I don't know how many times I say it, but I'll say it again. 7 semi-final matches, 1 goal. Again, where am I going to get the hope from? So Arsenal drew with City at home. It's not about that. I mean, if you beat them in the cup, then when you're coming in for a title run-in, if we win that cup and you're coming in for a title run-in, it's like, well, at least we know how to get over the line. If we bottle another competition, questions will be asked. If City are chasing us down, well, they don't know how to get over the line. This group of players haven't done it. You've won that. Yeah. That's what I was saying this morning, that as much as I adore the FA Cup, and you all know I'm with Jez, the FA Cup is one of my favourite trophies of all time. Yeah. But I would, if I could pick one of them for us to win this season, it would be the League Cup, just for what it would entail afterwards.
Yeah. Agreed.
It could completely change the season. So
the dopamine.
Lynch won seven semi-final games, 1 goal. Sounds like a joke, but unfortunately, it's not. And it was just a consolation. It was just a consolation as well.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing in it, Norms. Like when I've said, oh yeah, semi-finals ain't our level, it rocks people's minds because they're like, yeah, but we've got to like XYZ semi-finals. I'm like, yeah, but we fucking lost every single game, basically. Like that's not your level. If you can't win a fucking game in a semi-final, that's not your level, is it, mate? But can you see anything different this time? Can you see us getting to the final at least? Overcoming Views as Chelsea.
Unfortunately, guys like us, it's that cautious thing in the back of your mind. It's that PTSD. You've seen it, so that's why you're kind of cautious to say, "Yeah, listen, look, prove me wrong." That's all I want you to do. Yeah. If you go and win that Carabao Cup, that a lot of people are dismissing as as a tin pot cup or whatever. Well, I don't want to see you do no watch-alongs. I don't want to see you at the game or nothing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is this team, we can go and win this. And the thing is, if we do win this Carabao Cup, the dopamine that will give these players and us fans, that extra boost to say, look, we've won a silverware, we're still top of the league. Come on, let's go and do it. And that is just like that would be the springboard for us to go on and try and win the league. But it's not really if he wins that and doesn't win the league and doesn't win anything else, I'm talking about the Premier League or the Champions League, and it's a Carabao Cup. Thank you for getting us to the final. Thank you very much. 1.3 billion spent. Let's go and hand it over to a real manager that can get us over the line. Simple things. That's it.
Absolutely, absolute facts, mate. Norms, 100%. DJB, do you think we're going to be having a couple of cheeky beers at Wembley in March, my friend? 15th, I do believe. I'm just going to toilet quick. 2 seconds.
I'd like to be confident, Aaron, but as Shane said, our semi-final cup record under this manager is atrocious. You know, it's just something you can't kind of go in with any confidence. And you don't know, and you don't know what Chelsea are going to turn up, because let's be honest, you're up against a Chelsea team that are used to winning cups.
That's right.
In recent years, the Chelsea team win cups. That's what they do. They scam cups. They seem to, and they've gone through managers before and still won cups. You know, so it's all about that first leg for me. If we come out of there with a 2-1 win, a 1-1, then I fancy us getting to Wembley. If we come out of there and we've lost 2-0 or something like that, then I don't see it. So that first leg wins the game for me. It's all about the first leg. Whoever comes out of the first leg on top goes to Wembley.
Do you think? Sorry, just coming here, DJ. Do you think them getting that Liam Messina? Do you think? I know we talk about manager bounce, but I think a lot of the talk is with that. A lot of people don't think he's good enough to manage this club. So will that kind of sort of play on the player's mind, or do you think it's like, well, no, who cares? We got a new manager in. It's new manager bounce kind of thing. Do you think he will give them a new manager? Because I can guarantee if it's a top class manager coming in and managing this Chelsea side, you will definitely get that new manager bounce and whatever. And I think, we will be in trouble. The only thing is we beat ourselves. And it's just like what we're saying with the league, it's for us to throw it away. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just what your thoughts on that?
It's a strange one for me, the appointment. I mean, you can see. I mean, Chelsea are looking at projects, aren't they? They're going. Yeah. They're looking at trying to develop managers and young players and all of that. They want to manage it. They want to develop and mould around the squad. It's a strange one for me, but look, at the end of the day, there's still got a lot of quality players in that Chelsea team. And the word semi-final is enough motivation. You don't need a manager to tell you you're in a semi-final of a cup. So I think with Maresca, he was changing his centre halves too much and rotating them too much. This guy might actually bring stability in their defence. He might stick to the same pairing, which will give them stability. So you are going to see a change. Definitely see a change. I mean, can you imagine this Rossini coming in and winning the Carabao Cup? He can do similar to what Arteta did when we won the FA Cup from Henry. He could do a similar thing with Chelsea with the Carabao Cup. He could come in, take over someone else's team, get them going, and win the Carabao Cup quite easily. But it's not a big name. It's not a big name, but at the end of the day, he could bring a bit of stability in their defence. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think the first leg wins this tie. I seriously think the first leg wins this tie.
Do you reckon if we avoid defeat, we win the tie? I heard you sort of say about draw.
Yeah,
I just wanted to clarify.
I think
if we avoid defeat.
If we avoid defeat, then we go through. If Chelsea win 2-0, 3-1, something like that, if they win by 2 clear goals, then I think we'll struggle.
Sorry to cut you there, just quickly. If it's even on aggregate, does it go extra time or will it go straight to penalties, even in the semi-final second leg?
Semi-finals extra time, isn't it?
Will it? I don't actually know in this competition anymore. I know they've binned it for the knockout rounds. I just don't know whether they have or haven't for the semi-final because it's 2 legs.
Is it?
I actually
Is it
don't know.
Shane? Is it extra time? I think 2-leg semi-final, isn't it? If it's a draw.
No, I think it goes straight to penalties. I think.
Oh, will
Does
it
it?
still do even over the 2 legs? If it's
okay.
2 all over
so, yeah.
290 minutes or 180 minutes, I
I
should
think
say.
so. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that it?
I
Just
think so.
pens.
I could be
no
wrong.
messing around with
wrong,
it.
but I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm
Yeah,
not
because
sure.
the final goes straight to penalties. The final goes straight to penalties. So I don't see what it
Oh,
is.
then the semi's got.
That means
Yeah.
it's gonna go straight to penalties.
I'm
then.
surprised they've done the final. To be fair, as
penalties.
straight to penalties. I would have thought they'd have given the extra time, but look, maybe they've just set that rule as a precedent and they want to keep that, throughout the whole
No,
competition,
apparently-
which is also fair enough.
Kaz is saying second leg will have extra time and penalties, not first leg.
Yeah, not the first, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
extra
I don't know,
time
we'll
is
have to
only used in the Carabao Cup for the second leg of the semi-finals.
semi-final.
Onwards. So
What-
it's used.
what-
And then
So
and
it
then the
is,
FA
yeah.
Cup, is straight to penalties if it's even at full time.
I think the FA's.
Sorry, not the FA Cup. Sorry, the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Straight,
So
yeah.
semi-finals in the second leg of the semi-final. Then
Oh,
I
hang on,
was
I'm
quite
getting-
intrigued.
I'm getting mixed views here.
You're getting something else.
Yeah, I think it does. I think I'm with Shane. I think it does go straight to penalties. I think they
Straight
scrapped
to.
it, didn't they? Yeah.
Just
No, it doesn't-
entirely.
it
Yeah.
doesn't use it. Yeah, no, if the final's
Yeah.
not using it, they're not going to do it. And
Yeah,
that
that's what I
makes-
mean. If
that
that's
makes
if that's a
sense.
fact, and I've got no reason to believe that you haven't, it's a fact, and you've read it correctly, Shane. Yeah, that you'd have thought that the semi-final wouldn't be if the final isn't, wouldn't you? Yeah, it does make total sense. So yeah, no,
Darren as well, like we went into the semi-final. You got to remember, we went into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup against Newcastle last season full of confidence. Oh, we'll beat them.
I was a
we
little bit confident.
We just
yeah.
smashed City 5-1. We just smashed City 5-1.
I was just going to say, Shane, we just smashed a Man City team, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we got Newcastle. We'll smash them. We'll smash them."
No shot
And
on
then look
target.
what happened. They were the worst. I walked out.
Well, we
Do you know
got
what my
warned. We got
sorry.
warned about that. We got warned about the
Yeah.
Newcastle game.
Yeah.
Do
Do you know what my rationale
yeah.
was, Norms? For the Newcastle one, I always knew it was going to be tight and tricky. I just sort of assessed the last few games we've played home and away, and I thought, do you know what? We usually lose to Newcastle or draw, but lose by narrow margins, guys. But when we play at home, sometimes we can beat them by bigger margins. So that was sort of my sort of looking at it and thinking, if we're going to win, okay.
Yeah.
We might lose 1-0 away. Maybe we'll win 2-0 at home. Like we've usually
yeah.
done. Boy, was I wrong. We comfortably lost.
And we was
both
terrible.
legs, yeah.
We was terrible.
Boy, was I wrong.
We was terrible.
Yeah. But listen, man, we will wrap it up there. And before we do, people, make sure you are subbing to DJB. He's going to tell you in 2 seconds what he's got coming up, as will Shane and as will Normski. Whilst we're on the Normski thing, we've still got 163 in the building. People, please, please, please. It's criminal. This man is not on 1K. So if you're not going to sub to me or Shane or DJB, come on, guys. It's just a cheeky sub. It's a scroll of the mouse. It's just a drag of the down. It's a go.
It's free. It's free.
Uno clicko. Come on, people. Uno clicko. Get this geezer to $1,000. Give him a bag of Sander subs. Come on, geezers. Stop being pagans, you wonderful so-and-sos. If you don't want to do all of that, smash a like on the video. Come on, it makes a massive difference. Them bastards at YouTube have been screwing us over for too long. So let's revolt. Let's get back at them. Smash that like button. Hit a notification bell on and hit the sub to me as well. That'd be $2,000. DJB, what have you got coming up, my friend?
Well, I'm glad Normski's listening because we have the return of the Mingle on Wednesday.
Young, free and single.
The return of the Mingle jingle.
Return of the Mac, man. Return of the Mac.
We also have the return of the Retro Show.
Look,
The one and only Retro Show with the one and only Shane Gooner and myself, who I'm winning 6-5, by the way.
I'm 6'5", the pagan. 6'5" to me.
6-5. No, it's not, is it?
It's 6'5" to me, man. Come on.
get the receipts up. Shane, get the receipts up.
cheating
Get the receipts
again?
up.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
maybe.
It's 6'5"
no.
to DJB. I'm just joking.
Is it? Oh, you got me going then. You take advantage of my old age and my memory. Haven't you?
Afghan special, wahaha, you know it, man.
Yeah, but anyway, the return of the Mac, the return of the Mingle, the Retro Show that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, man, and then obviously the Sunday sit back. There's no Thursday shows this week because I'll be at the game, Arsenal Liverpool. So me and Kenny won't be on Thursday. But yeah, all good, man. Thanks again, Aaron. OG show. It's one of my favourites. I love it, man. So Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Normski, and bless up to you, Aaron, and the world-class chat, as you say. Come on.
Yeah. No, that's funny, man. Yeah, like I just said to you, Lux, in the chat. I think I've got Del Boy's Spanish, mate. A bit of El Clico. Shane, big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much for jumping on as well. Well, we all know where we can find you, and that's at 10 o'clock. Where is that again?
The full Irish.
Full Irish. Come on, you.
Yeah.
Full Irish.
Big up for having me on.
Minus the beans.
Minus the beans. Big up the Norms and big up to DJB and the chat as well. Yeah, full Irish tomorrow morning. Then the retro show. Then the old school show, and then I have a member stream as well tomorrow night. So a full day of streaming tomorrow. Wednesday will be the Bruised Banana instead of Thursday because of the Arsenal match. And then I have Friday night will be the debut of my new evening show. It'll be before yours, or it won't bleed into yours, but it's the last Irish supper will be starting on Friday.
Is that just you, the last Irish supper?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just an evening, just for an hour or so on my own, to do an evening on my own. I'll have a couple of segments in it. Injury time will be one where we go through all the different injured players.
I like that. I was listening Robert Pruden stuff. Was it
Robert Pruden put it up.
Yeah.
And then St. Nick's pulpit will be there as well, where St. Nick will pass judgment on it.
Lovely.
Once a week, man, you know what I mean?
So, sorry, mate. Are you doing
you tell him, mate. That's guy Jimmy.
Saturday night I'll be doing off topic because the Arsenal match is Sunday, isn't it?
All right, if you was doing it Sunday, I can join you Sunday. But then
we'll be hearing of men like Jimmy, Shane.
Men like Jimmy. Sunday, I think.
Yes.
Men like Jimmy will be there, of course. Yeah.
Lovely. As long as men like Jimmy's there, that's fine.
We'll definitely have St. Nick's pulpit will be there. He'll be going back in time to judge different historical figures.
I'm looking forward to what year and what countries and what part of the world Nick will be bestowing his very righteous opinions on. I'm looking forward to that with his mullet in hand and his glasses in tow. Big up to Normski, man. What have you got coming up, my friend?
Right, so Wednesday I got my show, the What's Going On podcast shows. That's at 6:30. Well, actually, it's going to be an busy Wednesday. You know, I was getting a little bit worried because I was thinking, how am I going to navigate this one? How am I going to? I'm 49 undefeated. Yeah. And then Shane said something in our other chat. He went, we've got Bruised Banana on Wednesday. I'm thinking, well, how am I going to navigate this? I've got the Bengal show. It needs to be like, give me time, because I'm going to be going from my show straight into the Bruised Banana. It's giving me about an half an hour, so I can go.
I won't keep you too long.
Yeah, and then I'll be on the DJ Mingle. It's going to be a great show. We're back, and we're going to be talking all things Arsenal. So I'm looking forward to that. And big up to Aaron, big up to DJB, big up to Shane, and big up to the world class chat. Absolutely brilliant, great show every Monday. Chatting some facts.
Yeah, buzzing. Normski's on 915 subs.
Come on, guys.
Come on, what are we doing here? Come on, help this geezer. He fully deserves to be on that milestone, 150%. As for me, I've got my call-in at 8:30 on the Friday evening. What I may or may not do, I probably will do, is maybe I'll do a cheeky little 20-minute solo on that call-in, and then I'll open up the lines and we'll get some panelists on. And I'm going to try and do another little solo. I'm going to sneak it in. I don't want to tread on anyone's toes because it's not a set thing. I'm just going to have a little worm around YouTube, see which one of my fridge freezers ain't streaming. And if I've got something to say and I've got a cheeky little 45-minute time slot to an hour, I'm going to fucking drop a video all on you so-and-sos. So look out for that at some stage in the week. But aside from that, it's Mikel Arteta out. Still. What? We're top of the
Thursday, Aaron.
Top of the Champions League. We're in a semi-final. We've got Portsmouth in the FA Cup. What are you talking about? Fuck off down the lane. Toodaloo.